Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Lauren Blair. Thank you so much for joining us and happy Thursday. Glad you're with us tonight. We have 3 hours live from Los Angeles and we have an incredible show for you tonight. It is so exciting because there is, right off the bat, I got to tell you, my favorite ring all time is here. That's a big statement. Favorite ring all time. And it's not even my own design. It is the icon in yellow diamonds, and it's not here all that often, but it is something we've had a couple of times here and there. It is spectacular in every way. Now, it's my favorite, not just because of the design and the stone in the center, but because of the value. So I'm really excited that we get to say one last time, we've got our 1 carat, actually it's a 101 yellow diamond in the most traditional classic setting I think you can ever ask for. And that includes almost 2 carats of additional diamonds. So we're talking about a nearly 3 carat diamond ring that is going to be one of our most incredible values we ever bring. So that is happening tonight. So if you know a yellow diamond lover, if there's a yellow diamond collector in your life, if there's somebody who always thought, I've pined away, I've saved up, it's still never going to happen, that all changes here tonight because we can get you the real deal, all natural yellow diamond for an unbelievable opportunity and value. So that is going to be coming up in the show. Make sure you stay with me for that. We also have something very, very special for the gentlemen. It's actually an amethyst. It is the final days of February. And so that means that we just got in under the radar here with a very special February birthstone. It's our really deluxe, best of its kind Brazilian amethyst that we love. It's in a gent style. Don't worry. Ladies, you can wear it too if you like a quilted style and a lot of gold and a lot of diamonds. We got you covered there as well. And then there are going to be plenty of affordable items that include, get this, we've got peridot earrings. That's hardly ever here. We have peridot gorgeous rounds matched up in a stud earring that's classic, very affordable. And then we're going to have some blue wing black D earrings as well for you. So that's exciting also, and a lot more. It's an incredible night. I hope you can stay with us. That's just the beginning. I've actually got, now if you were with me yesterday, you may have heard that I just verbally previewed something coming up on Sunday. Well, Sunday is a special show because we're going to have 4 incredible rings. And what I decided to do, and it's a stone that we have only seen the likes of one time before, but it was a $30,000 ring. Well, tonight I decided on our Thursday, since I don't see you guys till Saturday and Sunday, what we're going to do is preview the new find, the new material that we've never brought really of this variety before because it's very specific, but we're actually going to bring you the first of its kind here tonight in this show. So you'll get really a preview of just what's going to be then a couple of more continuing on Sunday. So we're really excited about that as well. And hint, hint, if you remember that fabulous pink sunset piece, the one that everyone really couldn't even guess what it was, right? There is something happening that's very similar and extremely, extremely rare. So we're going to bring that to you. First of its kind. Lee, we've got your request whenever you're ready, Lee. Brought out a very large color change sphene for you. A reminder, there was a beautiful round here last night. Today we're going to bring out the biggest and the best, which is our over 12 karat color changing sphene. And then oh, there's a lot where these collectors came from. I gotta say, this is probably the prettiest stone we have tonight. Just a personal opinion here because I do love a Paraíba. I think a lot of us love a Paraíba. Can you see that color from where you're at home already? It is one of the most exquisite stones, and really it is one of those Congolese stones that I don't know if we've ever seen one that looks this spot on to Paraíba before, but stay with us. And guess what? It's not the price of a Paraíba because a stone this size, let me tell you, it's a 6 carat 77. For the record, we don't have a Paraíba in that size. The largest we're going to bring you other than this one would be like a 2 carat, 2.5. So to be able to get something of this stature and size at the price it is, it's a little mind-blowing. So that's coming up in this very first hour. And speaking of great designer styles, we've got something that looks like a big designer style without the big price tag, which has really been what we've been doing lately, right? You know, the nail bangle and the nail ring. But how about we go to a different designer who shall remain nameless, but wanted to show this to you as we get started. Take a look at this. This is a special piece. And I love this ring because I'll tell you right now, I'd wear it as a pinky ring, just kind of add it to whatever you already love to wear. How about that? Isn't that a good looking piece? I mean, just again, if you follow the high-end couture world, it's something that may look familiar to you, right? Very, very high-end indeed. It's going to be item number 1123-150. And on this Thursday, trust me, it is not a Thursday. You want to make a move, I would just stay right here with us all night long and feast your eyes on all the rarity and the great values and the big, big sale pricing we're going to bring all night long. This one starts us off 16 points in diamond pave. At that top portion there, which you see comes together like a bypass style, right? And then you see that it's a little bit textured. Now, I know you guys remember way back when we used to bring some of the snake rings, right? Remember? And everyone had very strong feelings for the snake rings, either pro or maybe not so much, right? Now, I love them. I think they're super cool. But this is like a little bit of that influence in that look without being a literal snake design. So I think that, again, if you kind of like that little nod to the edginess, great, beautiful look that is certainly iconic in the designer world that normally would cost you tens of thousands of dollars for a ring of this size and stature. Well, it's actually going to be a lot better in value than $10,000 or even $1,000 or even $999. I had a couple pieces yesterday that I started off the show with earlier that I told you if I could shop before the show, they wouldn't have even been in the show because I'd be shopping before you did. I got to tell you, this is one of them. This is just chic. It is designer. It's easy to wear and sits low profile. I'm actually going to start with it on the pinky because I think that that would be such a fun way to wear it. Maybe pinky ring, thumb ring. You can see it's only in the yellow gold because it's a designer style. Then I'll move it right on over since that's where we're used to seeing pieces. Let me just pop it on the ring finger here for you as well so you can see how that looks. So again, some options here in how you wear it, but a really beautiful look and just simplicity, but different. And that's where I think it's a struggle to get classic ideas that are still going to be simple and wearable and, you know, still give you a little something that's not basic, right? Simple doesn't mean basic necessarily. And that's what I think this ring and the design really achieves. But it's not even $9.99. Again, one only yellow gold, the diamond weight, the beautiful, stunning. I like that it's bigger diamonds that you have, and then they taper a little bit just on the sides. Then you get, of course, the beautiful way that it comes together. So it gives you the boldness of a bigger ring without the weight of a bigger ring. It's not a heavy piece. It's meant to be worn every single day without fail. This is never the one that you leave at home. It's never the one that you have to say, oh, I'm going to, you know, I think that I'm getting a little bit more casual today. I'm not going to wear that. This is the piece you pop on with whatever else you already love to wear every single day. So keep that in mind. And we're going to make it better than even $9.99 or $8.88 or $7.77. Well, I think that, again, could be an example where we saw that a lot last night where pieces were going before the final price was even revealed. Would not be surprised at all if that happens on this one, especially when, again, for my designer ladies out there who really just, again, know that you can get high quality jewelry, but without spending the designer price tags, which is where you're paying for the hallmark and you're paying for the label instead of what actually the material it is to make it. Well, we are the place to get you those really cool opportunities like this one that's not even $6.99. Let's just blow it out right now. Easy to wear, sits low profile. It really looks, I mean, you see it's a knife edge style band. The way that once the pave plateau at each top point comes around to that band, you see it's actually that knife edge style. So that means it comes to a point down the middle, and then you've got all those chevron carvings that you have throughout the band. It's only $599 instead. So how about that for making that a deal for the very first caller? And again, just one there. Then we've got some new tanzanite earrings that are emerald cuts. The last time we saw emerald cut tanzanite earrings, they were about $79.99. We're going to bring you a very affordable way to do emerald cut and tanzanite coming up tonight in a few moments. Then we have some ruby earrings. We have a beautiful carved piece where, you remember the quartz that we would do, the colorless quartz that would have that little matte finish? Well, we've got one of those tonight. I'm really excited. We haven't seen these in forever. And it's got some other great pieces like onyx and diamonds. Very cool. And then we even have a heart design necklace, which is going to incorporate baguettes of different sizes. And then there is that preview. We're going to show you one ring tonight that is a preview of what's coming up on Sunday, but we got to move. We got a lot to talk about here. And we're going to bring you right now this tanzanite earring, which is, I don't know, giving me a little bit of the curb link vibe of my link style and my links collection, but this time incorporated with a beautiful tanzanite. I'm going to try that one on for you. Look at this. This is an emerald cut that's going to sit up north to south. So actually it's a post and butterfly backing. And when you see them upright, this is how they're going to look. It's going to be, I love this, right? It looks very familiar, doesn't it? That I have done a similar style hoop in my own collection where without, of course, the tanzanite, but with diamonds, and there's your curb link in a J hoop style. It's 1123,159. So you can get an idea of how they're going to rest in the ear here. And then they've got that curved style. It's not a wraparound entirely hoop. It's going to have that open, why we call it a J hoop style. This is a carat 90 in your total tanzanite weight. So each stone is going to be just a little bit under a carat. But then take a look at this on so you can see here, or at least for the first time here on the hand so I can give you a little measurement. And there you can see how it's going to look from the profile. So even from the back, it's going to be really pretty, but that's going to be your beautiful style where it gives you all that upfront carat weight that you love to see. And then of course it's the curb length that still starts with diamonds and then leads to all that mirror finish gold that's going to wrap around. And it's a great length here, and we'll show that to you. That's going to be a 1/2 inch. So really that sweet spot of hoop earrings that everybody can wear, or maybe it's even the stackable that you want to do, right? Hoops right now are not just for the main piercing. Diamond weight is, again, minimal. It's 3 points in diamonds. I'll try this one on for you in just a moment, but I'll tell you what we'll do. They're yellow gold only, so they are designer style, so they're not our own, so we have to leave them in the gold they're in. So yes. Oh, hi, Lee. Good. Does Lee want to see? Tell me, is he looking for a big color change fiend? Yeah, we've got the largest one we have, Lee, coming out next, so I'll bring that out for you. And I've got these tanzanite earrings. Oh, how pretty are these? Oh, gosh, even prettier when you see them in a lower light, like where I'm standing. Take a look at this so you can see how they look from a distance away, just so you can see here. There it is, and forgive me, I don't have a post in, but just to kind of balance them in the ear so you can see that beautiful shine and that brilliance and that very nice saturation you're getting with the blues and the purples and, of course, some pinky reds. And we've only got one pair. Let's make them under $1,000, shall we? It's just gorgeous when you see this design. It almost reminds me of the last ring a little bit, and that designer style we love to see. We'll go back to the wheel, take a look at this. This is really wild, and they're not even $9.99 to get the pair. This is really something special, and I know we've had emerald cuts before, but they're never this affordable. When we do the drops, you saw them recently, just in the last couple of days, we had an $8,000 pair of tanzanite earrings in emerald cuts, and that was not for everybody. Now, they did go, but it wasn't certainly in everybody's price point, so this is the way to get it, where I hope it is, and it's $888 to make it a little easier for you. So that should be a pair that finds its home very quickly, I would imagine. And then we're going to get into, we've got the Lee's request. I love that. Love that Lee's watching, ready to go, saying, show me the collector's piece. And we have got something special for you there. So that's going to be on the way for you, Lee. It's our 12 karat 25. Very, very impressive. So I think you're going to like it. And then let me know on those. $888 if you'd like that one pair. We'll give them 30 seconds. Then we got to run. And it's going to be item number 1110337, Tony. That goes way back, doesn't it? And it's been a while. We haven't had new color change fiends in a long while, so this is going to be really elite. And of course, had a beauty in a round that was a 3 carat or so yesterday. That's still here, I believe, if you want it. But then, of course, here we are with this really, really special big one coming up. So if you'd like the tanzanite earrings, this is the way to go right here, right now. Let me know if you like them. And stay in the yellow gold. And again, 1/2 inch, so a little curved style, but it really makes it versatile if you are stacking them in the ear. Earscapes, of course, are usually, for a while, we just saw studs used in 2nd and 3rd and 4th piercings, and now we're seeing the idea of, mixing and matching different hoop styles, moving around, doing the unexpected with your earscape style. And I even got some inspiration from a customer today, Becky. Becky was showing me her ear stack, and she's got me beat. She's got 15. She got 15 piercings. I'm only at 13, so I know it's probably got to change that, right? I'm not superstitious that way with that number. I'm into numbers, but 13 doesn't bother me. But I got to tell you, me and Taylor, But this is that great tanzanite earring that I hope somebody grabs, because it would be your lucky day if you get them, and it certainly is that big value we love. So take another look at them. We'll get them out the door, and then, of course, we've got the big fiend for Lee. So, Lee, thank you so much. Here's what we're going to do next. This is going to be 1110337. Take a look at this. This is a very... First of all, we have to just point out, obviously it's a big size. That's the largest we have in our collection. But despite that, there is an extremely, extremely important clarity here, and that is unique. This is a stone that struggles in that respect. So you really don't see that very often, right? We know that. You don't see a lot of stones that give you clarity like this in a 1 carat, in a 2 carat, in a 3 carat. This is the largest one we've ever had. Think about that for a second. And I'm not talking about, oh, you know how it just beats the 11 carat we had, or the 11.5 carat. No, we've had nothing like that. This is 12 carats 24. So we're talking about a 12.25 carat. There's been, I'm trying to think, now forgive me, I don't know the next biggest size, but it's probably been in that 5 carat or 4 carat range. This is leaps and bounds above and beyond what we've ever witnessed before. And you can't say enough about it. And the fact that it's one of the rarest stones in the world, because it is a color changing gem, so it's phenomenal. This is that same stone that we know for a couple of things. We know it for being brilliant. There's regular sphene out there, which I almost hate to say that word regular because it's all rare. But there's regular sphene, which is typically that more, neon green, kind of a yellow-green chartreuse color. That's got a lot of brilliance too. But what this stone does that is so irregular in the best way is it's that phenomenal stone. So it's giving you that color changing ability, which most sphenes do not do. And sphenes are rare no matter what. So come on over and take a look at it. Lee, what do you think? It's a great stone, isn't it? It's a 1224 and it's got 51 points in diamonds as well. It's actually in two-tone gold. Did you see that? So we did a little custom made designer mounting for you as well, which is kind of nice so that you're not getting the basic. And this is what I mean. It's got the body of the ring is done in the white gold and you see the shank there wrapping around. There's a knife edge point to that too. And then do you see the yellow gold? And so 51 points. Does he already have an idea of the price tag? Because I know I reduced it during a sale event fairly recently. Do look at the finishing too there, Tim, and see how it's got all that great finishing as well. So then we'll try it on the hand. I think it merited to be spoken for, and that's probably because I took it down from $79.99, got it way lower than that. Got it below even $4,000, which never thought I would see that day. And then here it is. Look at that effect of color, and then here it is on the hand, because again, it's already spoken for. It looks like it may already be gone. It's not even $39, it's not $38, and it's not even $37.99 or $3,600. It's $35.99 for our largest, most collectible sphene. And if anybody does want to see the 3 carat, it was in the wraparound peacock feather ring that we do with pink and white diamonds. It was here just last night. If you want to see that, let me know, because that's an astounding stone as well. So congrats on this one. Thank you so much. Now we're going to get to another pair of earrings that is also new. Take a look at these. This is, wow, how pretty. And just keep in mind that they're actually going to sit in the ear, at least they're intended to sit in the ear like so. So there's really a left now. I don't know about you, but I'm seeing the number 9 now, which again, really up to you how you wear them. But this is going to be, again, left or right. So you decide, do you want the diamonds on the inside? Probably the way you're doing it here, because then the rubies would flare out. And that's a really special idea. So let me just put one each way so we kind of get the feel for it here. Then we'll come in a little closer, talk about 112, 3165. And it's 1 carat 49 total weight. I think, again, much like the sphene, it's not always about carat weight as much as it is about, let's look at the quality here of these rubies. 8 stones identically matched. Pear shapes, each and every one of them, not the super elongated ones, but a little shorter pear shapes. But what they're doing is showing off a glow that most rubies cannot do. They just simply cannot. There's a ribbon of pave within the design as well. So you're getting a carat 49. They are Burma rubies. Even though they're not our own design, they are Burma, because we're very strict about what we bring you here. Plus, there's diamond weight at 9 points. So that's rather simple. It's really about giving you something designer, something elite, something specialty, but again, something different than we've ever had. And yes, we've had ruby and diamond earrings quite often overall, but this is a different level of designer element that just looks a little bit more unique than what you typically see. Also, right, you see them on, they're really pretty that way. But we're going to give you a little measurement on the length here, first of all, as I always do, so you get familiar and get acquainted with what they're all about. So you can see here, let's take a look at them first from this direction. And so this would be what I'm imagining is going to go on your left side. Just again, if you want that diamond kind of, that's more of a straight side there, you see where the diamonds are. So you can see they're a little over a ½ inch from top to bottom. Give me just a second, I'll try one on for you. Post and butterflies again on these as well. So very important styling here. And then that's a little, you see how it's a ribbon of pave? So it's really pretty the way that's done as well. And it's going to be a very affordable price tag if you want a great way to get rubies. And excuse the fingerprint, I tried, but with smaller stones, sometimes you really need a little more sophisticated tools to do all that polishing on those stones. But we'll make sure you get a polish. They're all just bright and clean and really pretty, and just again, a really just nice bright ruby. Size is one thing and that we love, but when you see these and how beautiful they are on, and this is probably again how the designer intended, to just have that little swirl of diamonds right at the side by that jawline, and then of course that flared out style in ruby. Of course you could put them on the other way and just flip them around, do them on the other side, and then have the rubies facing in if you wanted to. That's totally something you can do as well, but just wanted to give you a little sense of the size there that you're getting. So little over a ½ inch. We'll blow them out right now. Huge value. Take another look at them close up, and we'll see what we've got here for you on, oh yeah, I'm loving the $24.99, but I think we can do better, and we will. So we'll make this really simple and easy. July's birthstone. and April's birthstone together. So really nice there. And again, just something to think about, and look at how beautiful that is. We'll blow them out for you. They're going to be just $9.99 for the pair, just one pair, of course. And that is a fabulous way to go if you're looking for ruby earrings that give you a lot of carat weight that in other different varieties, if you had just like, let's say 2 stones in studs that were a carat 49, you would never see rubies that were, let's say 75 points each. You would never see that price tag applied to that kind of carat weight. So really, again, you're not giving up the quality there. There are 4 matched stones in each earring. You're getting the beautiful glow that really allows them to almost look sparkling and bright, as if you would expect more of that from, let's say, a red diamond, if red diamonds were even capable of that color. And that's very, very special. So here we go. It's going to be a wild one. And again, we got a busy night ahead with a lot of jewelry. So you just have to let me know what you're thinking about or looking for. We'll help you out, bring anything out from the vaults as well. So that's really special, and just again, your opportunity. So it's going to be an important night. And again, yellow diamond, the best ever of its kind. If you want to go classic, if you want to go with what I would recommend as far as, let's say, you're not getting a set or a suite or 10 different yellow diamonds in your collection, but you're getting one important one, which is really, I think, all any of us can ever want, wish, or hope for, then the one that really I would recommend above all else is coming up in tonight's show. And it's the classic. If you can handle a lot of diamonds, I mean, that's kind of the caveat here. I can't say it's for everybody, because not everybody is looking for a gigantuous ring, right? This has got almost 3 carats in diamonds, and I'm talking just shy, but it's really an important way to get your yellow diamond, still getting a very important center stone on its own, and then loaded with the big diamonds, and then all that white diamond material. And no, we're not going to put the yellow diamonds around at this time. It's just all about the really true classic, keeping it simply stated, keeping it really vibrant, letting kind of the yellow diamond in the center really speak for itself, which is really the idea. So that's coming up, and we have amethyst for the guys, but I want to show you, this is our little sneak peek. So for our early birds here tonight, we're so glad you're with us early always. I like to kind of treat you to some special things here. Well, this next piece is one of these stones that we're going to actually show you a collection of on Sunday. There are all of, when I say a collection, it might sound like there's going to be 50 different rings. There are 4 individual pieces. I decided to get one here early tonight to give you a little preview of what this is all about. And as a result, you're going to see, and I think a lot of you might remember a couple weeks back, we talked about it was on a Thursday, and I previewed a stone, showed it on the air briefly, and we all kind of lost our minds because we'd never collectively seen anything quite like it, myself included, never had anything like it in this particular stone. So we played Guess That Stone, and I got to tell you, we had literally hundreds and hundreds of guesses, and it was one of these things where it was process of elimination, because it really didn't make any sense. What could it be at this point? Because we ruled out major gem categories, major gem families. We kind of ruled out the obvious. We ruled out some of the more unusual guesses, and we came to the conclusion that on Sunday, when it actually debuted, that it was actually a natural form of zoisite that was giving us different colors than tanzanite traditionally does. Tanzanite being the trade name for the blue zoisites. Well, this is a little preview of a few more stones that we have on Sunday. I want to show you one tonight, and this is not a preview where you have to wait till Sunday. You can get it right now. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is another one of those varieties of zoisite from Tanzania, from that famed one and only mine, that happens to be a unique color palette that you're not typically seeing elsewhere, right? I had not seen one. Yes, we've seen the unheated stones. When we see the unheated blue zoisites, a lot of times those are going to be some kind of combination of blues and greens together. Well, look what this is. It's a fancy cut, yes. It's item number 1123189, but we're talking about collectors. Welcome. I mean, really, truly, this is the one you want to have. We're going to do any gold color you want. It's a fancy cut trillion. Again, we were talking about trillions, typically 3 sides, right? This is hexagonal because it's got 6 sides to it. So it's kind of like a hexagon, and a trillion got married. And what a result, because it's showing off the clarity. Now I want to actually flip it around, because I think it's going to be a better angle to appreciate the colors here, because look at this. It tends to change every time it moves. Sometimes you see true reds. Sometimes it's more golden orange. Sometimes it's pink. It really is very much from that same category as our pink sunset stone, which of course was $30,000, by the way. and it wasn't all that different in size. This is a 283, and it's unheated Tanzanian zoisite or tanzanite. You can call it tanzanite if you wish. I tend to only use that word when it is the heated blue variety, because that is the trade name that we associate with the heated blue variety for you. But it is very, very, very special. It's rare. And again, all together, we had the one stone we previewed over, when was that, a week or two ago? So we had that stone, which of course had yellow and pink diamonds around it, and so it was in a really opulent mounting. This one we kept classic with a white diamond weight of 63 points. But if you are a collector, and I know a lot of you have heard that the unheated blue greens are rare, and they are. And it's because when you only have one source in the world for something like this, well, all of it's rare. Any one source stone is. But we've talked extensively about how in the last few decades, most of the material is actually going to be the material that is heated, because they've realized, well, typically the darker the color, tanzanite almost always gets heated, right? The darker the color, the more money it goes for per carat. So pretty much the government who's been in charge of the mining process and everything thereafter has pretty much decided that every little bit of material that is mined in its rough state gets heated directly. That's like the first thing that happens, is that the material gets heated, right? It's acceptable. It's what happens. It's like every other tanzanite you've ever owned or bought or seen, pretty much is a heat treated stone. But with this case, you've got a stone that somehow it's got this unique color. It's still from that mine, same deposit and all. So it's that freak of nature stone. It's doing something different. And if you are a collector, if you want to have unusual, unique tanzanite, if you adore that region of the world and all the different stones, because we know Tanzania produces a good 30 different varieties of gems, and a lot of them are rare, right? Like Mahenge Spinel, totally different stone. Great looking tanzanite. We know we have the best, we have the blue wing block Ds. But this is a whole different deal in which we have a total of 5 pieces. So if you like this one and only, you like this fancy cut, I love when a unique stone has a fancy cut, and then I think it all just kind of works together, right? It makes sense. So what we're going to do is better than even $49.99, because that's where we realized a lot of people wanted it but couldn't afford it. So that's the problem. So now that I've got a couple more, and they're not that different in center stone size, I want to try and let's do our best here to make it super affordable so that somebody can say yes. And perhaps we always have more collectors out there than we do collectible stones, because collectible stones like this are one only. You can change the gold to white gold or rose gold if you'd prefer. Here it is on the hand. And really it's going to read like a trillion at first glance. And then you see, oh yeah, it's got a little extra different facet pattern around the edge. But now, interestingly enough, in a little darker light or a little less light, look what's happening. Now I'm seeing greens. I'm seeing more of the golden greens to it as well. It is like, you know how we wait to see color change stones, change from one color to another by changing our light source? This is where you don't have to wait. You are seeing different colors and different blends of color every single time you look down at your hand, just from going inside to outside, right? One light to another, meaning just maybe a little brighter, maybe a little more dim. And you see this change. You don't have to do anything fancy to see all these different colors and blends, and it's still super rare. And we have one, and it's not going to be $39.99. We have 2 people on the phone lines talking about it already. Not surprising at all, because this is out of that same vein of the famous pink sunset that you've now seen for $30,000. And we only have just this one. That's it, that's all. So again, if you like it, call me quickly, because obviously it's not gonna last. And we're doing better than $39, we're doing better than $29.99. We're making this absolutely downright affordable so that one lucky caller can have it. And you don't even have to pay $29.99. And quite frankly, we could leave that there, and you know as well as I do, it is going to go. It is already gone, but you know what I'm gonna do? Already gone, sold, done. And by the way, we'll have a couple more stones coming up on Sunday. So Sunday morning, join me and we'll have the rest of the collection. But this is going to be, you know what? I'm all about value. I'm all about the best deal I can give you. It's already been spoken for. And you know what I'm going to do? Let's save you another $500 just for the heck of it. So we'll make it $24.99. Andy, let me know who got that one when you know, because that one's already spoken for and done. Congratulations. And again, the other pieces of the collection will be here on Sunday. So make sure you're with me for that. And we'll take a last look. And remember, you can get it in white, yellow. Yes, I really did take an extra $500 off that price for you. So congratulations. It's all about the values. That's what we adore doing. Now, for my other collector stone that I was putting, oh yeah. What do you think the chances are of this sticking around? I know. Tony, is that the first ever 2 whistle ring? Did we get 2 cat calls on this ring? I feel like I just heard 2. Yeah, that's a first. Never heard that before. I can hear it from the control room. So here's what we have. I know this is the one I was telling you about at the top of the show that I said if you ever wanted the most, I'm sorry, I cannot with the stone. The stone is just gorgeous. I wish I had the vocabulary that was actually, you know, really, truly, like, could do it for this stone. Because sometimes you've heard the phrase, a picture's worth 1,000 words. I could go on and on and on with stream of consciousness adjectives trying to describe this stone, but still taking it all in visually is all that really matters. It's 1122999, and this is a huge 6 carat 77 tourmaline. It is blue-green, it is clean, it is gorgeous in the cutting of this oval because it's like all the razzle-dazzle of a round, but it's in an oval. And it's in a mounting we haven't seen in quite some time, which I always say, please wait and see it on the hand before you make judgments about the mounting, because it actually, it's hard, I think, to take it all in when you see it from this angle and you're only seeing, you know, all this kind of negative space behind it. It does have a lot of negative space with that wider split shank, but what it creates is a wider band that's still going to give you a beautiful surround or halo in diamonds around the stone, which is actually pretty rovally. It's not a super elongated, look at that, it's really a roval stone. So it's probably, again, not too drastically different between its width and its length. It's a 677 and 90 points in diamonds. And for anybody who's going, I don't understand. This looks like a copper-bearing Paraíba tourmaline from either Brazil or Mozambique or Nigeria. So why doesn't it say Paraíba exactly? This is the material that came out of a Congolese mine, which is still fairly new. And we don't have the exact one way or the other answer on yes, is it copper-bearing, or no, is it not copper-bearing? So right now, it's still up in the air because it requires, it's not as simple as just looking at it. I wish it was. We can do visual IDs, and I'll tell you, if it was just up to a visual ID and it was up to me, I would say copper-bearing, just because it's got the things that we see out of a really good copper-bearing stone, like electric neon, like bold, bright blue-green colors. I mean, does it get any bolder or brighter than what we're seeing in the stone? And it's a 677, and by all means, get on the phone lines because it's going to be a lot more inexpensive than I think anybody would expect it to be, because this is where you get the greatest values in tourmaline when we go to this Congolese source where it has not been definitively determined yet if it is copper bearing or not. If you end up getting a copper bearing stone, how lucky are you that you did not spend the hundreds of thousands of dollars you normally would for a stone that looks like that, right? And so you get the 90 points, and I want to try it on so we can see how it looks on the hand, and you can still change the gold color if you'd like to. Look at how beautiful and bright this is. I'm telling you, it is a Paraíba color all day long that's going to top. I have a lot of actual Paraíbas in my collection at home, and I got to tell you, I don't know if any are as bright or as stunning as this stone is. So that tells you something, right? It's got that element, and look what it's doing. It's almost like there's some kind of laser light show happening in this stone that is hard to describe here, thanks to that clarity and cutting working together. If anyone's thinking about it, we will blow it out right now. You can see what I mean by the mounting. When it's on, it's so much prettier. Yes, you get a little bit of openness in the back. It's going to taper still, but you see how it's still surrounded by diamonds, so it creates that halo, really drawing your eye to that stone. But it's very reminiscent to me, and maybe this is just my love for labels kind of coming through here, but that really serious, you know, interlocking consonant kind of design, which they do jewelry. It's costume jewelry, and it's faux everything, and it's thousands of dollars for plastics and faux pearls and chains and things like that that have absolutely no actual significant, you know, intrinsic value. This is a beautiful stone, a beautiful mounting. We have one. If anybody's thinking about it, give me a call, because we already have somebody thinking about it already, it sounds like. So I would not expect this to last. I mean, it's too beautiful of a stone. It's obviously too pretty, too bright, too clean, too all the things we want in tourmaline, but truly lavish. And when we get the word on, again, it takes a huge investment, you know, millions of dollars to do that testing that you need to do to determine copper content. But one more thing, you have to have a lot of the material. You know how we talk about, you know, small sample size. You can never judge a stone's chemical content based on one or two stones. You really have to have a lot of it in the first place to then send off to these labs and do all that comprehensive testing. So that's the other thing, is there hasn't been much happening or yield from this Congolese mine. So that's what also is really preventing us from getting those answers. It is just not as simple as it may seem. So all that set aside, what we're here to do is shop for great jewelry that looks amazing, that makes us smile when we see it. This is that opportunity, and it's not even going to be $7,999. And I have a feeling at that price it would go, because that's a value. But we're going to make it a lot better than that. Take a look at it, and we'll help you out here. How about this? First caller, and a lot of diamond weighted, almost a carat, but it's only going to be, and Jess, are you thinking about this one? Okay, and so is Handy, and we got a couple of people. Okay, so a lot of people dialing in here. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and make a huge sacrifice on this one. And there it is again. Look at that shimmer and shine. I know. I feel like we could just stare at this all night long. And I think when you get it at home, you'll find yourself doing the same thing. You will never tire of a stone like that. It's not even, you know what, $4,000. It's half off. Let's go even lower than that. Not $39.99. One caller takes it. One collector owns it. Don't ever part with this stone, whatever you do. Whatever you do, keep that in your collection. We're talking about a stone that I guarantee you, copper or not, is worth a whole lot more than I'm asking tonight, and it's only going to be $2,999. That's it. $29.99. That's it. One caller takes it. 30 seconds left. I don't think that's going to last. It is a beautiful, beautiful gem and crazy rare. Don't let my little price fool you. That's a really, really rare high-end elite stone. No doubt about it. And it's just gorgeous. That's the thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful stone. That is so impressive. So let me know if you like it, because we got 15 seconds. We had 3 people talking about it. So don't mean to rush you, but we only have one. And I can tell you there's not another stone in our inventory that looks like that. So it's not like I can say, oh, just hang on. If you miss it, we can bring out something this weekend that's going to look a lot like it. Unfortunately, that is not the case. I wish it were, but that is just not how this works. Okay, so coming up, it's aquamarine time. I have a question. A sincere question for our viewership at home. Are you going to let me buy that ring? Please, please. I didn't think there was a possibility, but the fact it's not even gone yet, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. But trust me, that would be very happy in my pati. You know what's going to be a little sad, though? It's going to show up my Paraiibas. It really is. I mentioned that. I have Paraiibas. I've been collecting them for years. Since 2004. That's 20 years. 20 years of collecting. I have blue greens, I have more blues, I have more greens, I have big sizes, small sizes, medium sizes, and guess what? None of them look like this. So take it from me. It's a really, really good stone. Take a look at it one last time. We'll see who's got it. Coming up, we're going to be moving on to an aquamarine. Got a beautiful aqua. It's a kind of like a cushion meets an emerald cut, and it looks so elegant. This looks like a kind of like a blue diamond engagement ring, really. It's beautiful. It's 1123-148 coming up. Let me keep that. I mean, you know, let me know if you'd like it. I mean, really, it's one of my faves. Now this, see how important this is? Do you see what we did to add something to the sides? Boy, out of all the pieces here tonight, I would never have guessed that blue-green tourmaline would still be here, but at the moment it is. So you know what to do. Claim it. Here's what we have. 1123-148 is a one-of-a-kind, of course. Got a lot of those tonight, as usual. But take a look at this. This is our 291. And it is a cushion cut, but there is something about, look at the internal faceting and watch how they light up. Instead of having really curved faceting on the inside, it's got more of that almost straight up and down faceting, which is so reminiscent of an emerald cut. Now, it is a cushion. It's probably a big influence why we added the baguettes to the side, which have that very similar up and down straight faceting. The diamonds on the sides, this may not sound overwhelming, 17 points, but remember there are only 4 stones and they look pretty close in size, if not identical. So we'll get you an average there. That's impressive, but this is the one to own. Aquamarines typically, especially lately, we've been seeing some really ornate styles. I love that we're doing this a little bit more simply. Keep in mind the average of these diamonds are going to be about 4+ points each. So you've got the really significant sizes, but let's take a look at how pretty it is on. It stays in the white gold only. Let's take a look at it here, and then I think you'll be able to see how that cutting is also letting some magic happen. And this is just an impressive, almost 3 carat. So if you've been longing for an aqua that's in a little more simple, stately setting, not the way over the top. Sometimes we get a little carried away. We do all these bridge mountings and we do all these big pavés, sides, and details like that. This is keeping it a little more simple and straightforward here, but look at the flashes of that stone. It's remarkable, isn't it? And it starts with the color being that Sierra Santa Maria. We are not messing around with aquas. We only bring out the best of the best, and we've got one, and I'm going to blow it out. There is literally a $49.99 price tag. I don't think that's going to surprise anybody who knows the world of Sierra Santa Maria. But just on a high note here, we get to go low on Thursdays because we know what happens, right? So we get to go a little extra discounting. So get ready to party and get ready to celebrate and get ready to get your favorite. Do you have the blue-green? Yeah, really? For sure? Really? You have to, okay. I mean, yay, congratulations, look. I'm trying to be what? They call it being a good sport, right? I'm being a good sport about it, right? Okay, so all my favorite sports return today. So, you know, I'm trying to be a good sport. You got to let me know, Tim, who got that. Eileen, congratulations, Eileen. I just thought I'd say that while we're, you know, chatting anyway. So congrats, Eileen, on my stone, and enjoy it. Glad it's going to a good home. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Thank you. So let's take a look at the aqua because that $49.99 price is coming way down to a brand new, and I know it's a brand new piece, so we didn't know where to expect this to go, but I know it's going to be low because it's $1,399 to get it out the door fast. So that's that. Super easy, super simple, straightforward, and a beautiful, yes. Which one? Gotcha. The emerald cut tanzanites. You got it. Thank you. The emerald cut tanzanite little curved link hoops are gone from earlier. And we also still have designer. I have 2 pieces left from the show so far from our first 39 minutes, and that would be the emerald, not the, there I'm saying it now, Jess. The ruby earrings, and now the designer diamond ring we started the show with. So those are what's remaining from the show. That's it. Just the, again, diamond ring that kind of looked like the serpentine style. If you need a little hint as far as what designer that is, the serpentine ring is here, and the ruby earrings. And then everything else is adios. Now let's talk about aqua. Hang on, check in, verifying. We'll see who's got this one. That's a special piece. Just again, we're getting a little kind of upwards look at it. This is really the color you need to see. Look at that. That's the look at it there. That's a pretty stone. And look at those side details. Yeah, I guess maybe just, it looks like you've got a little bit wider baguette stone on immediately on either side, and then it tapers from there. But, you know, all bigger stones, figure about 5 points a piece there or so. And then that's what you get, that just beautiful, bright blue. I mean, if anything, it's like blue diamonds eat your heart out. You would never need a blue diamond when you got something like that, right? And needless to say, a 3-carat blue diamond would be, oh yeah, not for sale. It'd be sitting in a museum under glass with heavy security. So coming up next, we even have the, let me talk about this carved piece. The carved, we've got some quartz, onyx, and diamonds together in one gorgeous necklace with a chain. We will throw in for free. So we'll do that next, which is going to be very exciting. And then we do, this is another one of a kind. So call me on the aqua. We'll see who's got that one. Then look at this. This is so, I know this is going to be a little tougher to imagine against the white background. But you see here as I move it, this is carved quartz. And I'm talking about what has that matte finish, which just almost looks, see, I love something a little different. And oh my goodness, this just is so fantastic. It's, do you see how it glows? And you're going to see this even better when it's up against a little deeper background, you know, like your skin tone, because this is our, you know, plain backdrop here. But let's talk about what the carat weights are first, because it's very unique. It's a 10 karat 94, and that's your fancy cut quartz. So this is still, all of this here is still a natural gem material, but they give it this carving. They obviously carved out the center. They carve out the details of, you see how it looks braided or twisted. Then they give it this matte finish, front and back, by the way. So you have, instead of a high polish, it has more of a matte finish. And then a little Art Deco influence with the beautiful black onyx, which actually we have a carat weight on, which we never do. You've got a carat weight on the onyx. You've got the carat weight at 80 points and then 31 points in diamonds as well. And let's throw in the chain on 3175. And by the way, 2 different diamonds in this chain. So pop off this pendant and put it on with other things if you want to. Let's go over to the hand and show you the length because it's very large. I must say this is a nice larger piece. You don't see too many that are going to be this size. And now, I think now you can really understand how beautiful this is with that detail and designer element that you see there. And so even if you're wearing it against a fabric or a color that's vibrant, you're going to see a little bit of that shine through. Let's also show you the length. It's got a great finishing too to all the gold. So everything's going to be really smooth. And then here's what it looks like from a distance from a measurement standpoint. You've got 1 7/8 inches just on the pendant itself. Now look at the chain you're getting, because this chain will easily come off this pendant. And so we wanted to make sure it was a good one. So we've got the lobster claw closure, 3 adjustable links. Wear it at 16, 17, or 18 inches. You get to decide. But that is a mighty significant piece. And then let's take it on over to the neckline and show you there, just so you know what to expect. Oh yeah, see now, see, look at that. This is going to just, I mean, first of all, transform, just it takes on the color that you're wearing so beautifully. I mean, this might be the piece you decide to wear specifically against or on top of a different, you know, whether it's a top, a sweater, a blouse, whatever it is. That's a really, really pretty look. So we're going to go back to the hand right after this, and I'll tell you, this is a very special piece indeed. We've only got the one though, and again, we're trying to throw in this chain. Like when we say the chain is free, we really mean it. I'm not talking about even adding like 50 cents. It is a free chain. It really is. This is a workhorse chain. It's not a chain that, oh, I'm only going to wear it with that, so what difference does it make? Well, it's going to be your new favorite chain, I have a feeling, for all your white metals, all your sterling silvers, all your platinum, all your white gold pieces, every last one of them. And we're going to do this. Let me show it to you again up close, and we're going to wow you right here with a price tag that is second to none. Check out the white diamonds, check out the black onyx carved, and then, of course, all that quartz material. And you know what? I'm going to make it $999. Just send it out in a hurry. That's how we got to roll. So $999, and that extra length you're getting, the chain included, which you could easily, obviously pay $999 for the chain by itself. And here we go. We'll see who's got it. Sounds like that may be going to Tim's collar. And do you see the diamonds from the top of the bail all the way on down? And then I love that really cool, I mean, two different shapes carved in that onyx, which is really, really important as well, right? Because you got the two different shapes there of that more diamond shape or kite cut shape. And then you've got that lower piece, which is a little bit different. So really, really important. Enjoy it if you get it. And again, chain included for free. So love that at $999. Don't forget about the aqua. The aqua is still here too. Really simple, straightforward mounting on that one. And my other prize would be, we have a gorgeous zircon here today that is so impressive. It's got a pinky orange variety. It looks like a Padbarasha sapphire. It is impressive. So we have that on the way as well. Let me know if you like this one. That one's still here. Okay, coming up, I've got a nice big discount on a green zircon. Kind of like the look of a green diamond, except green diamonds never quite look like this. And we've got a massive discount on this one. It's been here at least 3 times on the year. That is about 3 more times than we usually, I mean, right? We usually see things go 1 time on the air and then these collectibles go. But this one started out, as a zircon should, when it's a gorgeous bright green color like this, it started out as a lot of money. It was $13,999 once upon a time. Got a much better value for you. It's $111,9855. It's our green zircon round, and it's still doing what zircons do, right? Whether it's blue, white, yellow, golden, pink, orange. It's giving the double refraction, which pays off in gorgeous bright colors. And I'm talking about colors, flashes, much like a diamond would do, but better. And then you get here this not too dark, because that's where these stones struggle. I've had zircons over the years many, many times. The green varieties are usually, they do what a lot of the deeper green stones do. A lot of times they get too dark, too fast, and then they look like a bottle green, and then you lose green altogether. And then it looks like the midnight sky. And suddenly you're going, green or is it black? Not sure. Because a lot of times the deep green stones are susceptible to doing just that. So it's really tough to get what you want, the exact perfected color in a zircon. It's happening right now. It's in this fabulous mounting, which is a bridge. It's in the round, which is important as well. And this is spot on because you're actually getting the clarity too, where this stone struggles. Not all the zircons struggle as much. Certain colors from different areas of the world struggle more so with clarity than others. This is one that usually does. They're usually really, 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 really full of inclusions. This one, not at all. $249 plus 70 points in diamonds, and there's a brand new markdown price. There's your bridge. And you can see, actually, you can change the gold color too. So if you'd rather have the white gold or rose gold, you can. It's finished on the inside entirely through. And let's just pause there for a moment to take a look at the clarity of the stone through the back, because that's impressive as well. And then watch the back of the inside too. Solid all the way through. And now it's a fun angle to see the stone at too, because then you get to see there's that brilliance coming through. You've got double refraction hovering over and then playing with the singly refractive but bright, brilliant VS diamonds of the bridge. So they're working together. They look fantastic. It's going to be less than $2,000. So yes, it started at $13,999, and now it's going so much lower than that. It's not even $2,000. This is one of those collector's stones. We've seen a few of them already tonight. We're not going to stop. We really like these collector's stones to be here in every single show, every single 3-hour time that we have together. We love to sprinkle in these rare varieties and collector's stones, and this one is just not supposed to be this price, and that's the beauty of it. It's not $19.99, $18.88, $17.77. Those are all prices that would normally, you'd see it out the door in a hurry, but this is where zircon collectors, and I think at this point, if you're collecting sapphires, great. If you're collecting diamond colors, wonderful, but it would be even more unusual to collect the different colors of zircon, and this is one of the more elusive to get, and it's only $1,699 to own it. And then we have our top of the hour, only about 10 minutes away, got the most sensational men's Russian demantoid here tonight. Such an important stone, and that means 2 brand new men's pieces tonight. That's going to be that, I mentioned the amethyst that we talked about earlier. We have the icon of all yellow diamond rings. I mean, this is your time to call a friend, call a jeweler, call a collector, call somebody who's looking for a yellow diamond, call somebody who's got an anniversary coming up or a birthday coming up or any special occasion milestone they want to celebrate. We have the yellow diamond ring to do it with. So that's going to be coming up. My all-time favorite ring here. It is literally like, you know, years and years and years and years after I'm gone, I'm going to be talking about this ring, guys, where it's like, this is the one that I've always, I've had so much fun presenting it. It's not here all that often. It's so stunning. So we'll see that tonight. It's a rare occurrence to have this diamond ring, almost 3 carats. Shall we get to something special? Right before our top of the hour, I want to show you our peridot earrings that we have because I'm so thrilled these are here. I know it's a stone that, talk about elusive. We just talked about that with the green zircon. This one too, very difficult to get. It's because we're so particular about the color. We really search and search and search to only bring you the top quality. That means it's got to have color, it's got to have clarity, it's got to be beautifully matched because we're talking earrings here. These are the peridot studs, but it's not a little teeny tiny stud. It's got a big size to it. They're rounds, which are stunning. When you start to get electric, like bright neon greens, and then you cut them to a round, the magic happens. And this is it right now. So we have white gold, yellow gold, and rose gold available for you. This is also a great way to gift some fine jewelry if you're looking to do that, because gold does not make it possible to do this these days. That should be your hint as far as where this value is going. And as we've seen all these collectible items so far tonight and seen these beautiful rare stones, look at this. This kind of would be if you're going, I don't know about the green zircon, I need a little brighter. How about this for bright lime green, neon, amazing color you have here? And it's a perfect round, and we got it matched. You're talking about the ultimate peridot stud earring here, and whether you're shopping all the way for August birthdays coming up in the summertime, or you're just thinking that is the prettiest pair of earrings and something simple that makes a statement, there it is. You're bold, you're bright. Item number 112-1818 is the item number here, and a really just gorgeous way to do a bright peridot. Because what did we talk about? We talked about this yesterday because I had one peridot piece, and it was the fact that usually they're included. So therefore, it's a different type of inclusions usually, and it actually results in, because we think of inclusions and we think of a particular spot or a dark spot or what looks like a little feathering or fissure in a lot of different stones. With peridots, it's a lily pad inclusion, and it makes the whole stone kind of hazy and kind of cloudy. And kind of, have you ever, maybe you've owned a peridot, maybe you've seen peridots out there, and for everyone who says, because I've heard this a lot through the years, there will be people that say, yeah, peridot, I'm not into it. And people are not into it so often because they've only seen, because it's so commonplace, it really is traditional and typical to see that really it's like a hazy, kind of a waxy kind of look. And it almost looks like it's fingerprinted or smudged or like there's a little coating of oil on it. That's what a lot of peridot just traditionally looks like. So a lot of people look at it and go, yeah, it doesn't do it for me. And then with the realization, when you see the really top material and the top quality, then it tends to turn the tide a little bit. Everyone says, okay, that stone I like. That's welcome to the world of great quality, right? We do that a lot of times. We'll really kind of flip the script on what are gems that are favorites and what are gems that are really popular. We can take stones that historically people don't love, but when you see the quality that can exist when you're really choosy like we are, it tends to kind of bring new life to the stone and give you an opportunity to get something really special. So as we look at these carat 60s, which means 80 points in each ear, and your solid white, yellow, or rose gold mounting, you get a chance to own them for very little. Yes, Jess? Zircon again on the hand. Here we go. Take a look at that green zircon. There you have it. So this is really pretty, isn't it? Isn't that a great look? So that's a really special bridge mounting, and you can see 4 rows in total. This is what the mounting always looks like. It's, you know, stacked without the stacking, right? Kind of looks like you've got the band with the 2 rows in diamonds, then it's almost like you've added 2 separate bands around it. That's a very sturdily set stone. I will tell you, there's a whole basket supporting that stone from the inside. So I know what looks like it might be a tension setting. People always ask me that. Those bridge mountings make the stone look kind of, I don't know, is it secure? Is it set properly? Is it okay? Is it going to be susceptible to me, you know, do I have to be really delicate when I wear it? And the answer is you can just wear it like you always would. Thank you on the green zircon, that's sold. And now we talk about these peridots, which are a little bit kind of like a livelier lime green shade. And that's what they're supposed to be. And they've got a great deal associated with them at $499, but we're not doing that. So that you get a whole better opportunity and a better chance. And if you're shopping for gifting and you're thinking, yeah, fine jewelry isn't exactly going to be in the cards for gifting, for maybe it's Easter gifting if you do that. Maybe it's, you know, springtime is here almost, got a few weeks to go, but springtime is here. We finally got rid of our river in the sky and we've got 75-degree weather today returned, you know, sunshine and 75 degrees, so all is right with the world. And it's been a couple difficult days here in Southern California. Compile that with a couple of difficult weeks of a whole bunch of this thing called clouds and darkness and rain. And it's just like when we know when we see that kind of weather and you're in the doldrums of wintertime, as you may be where you are too, you know that spring renewal is right around the corner. And I don't know if there's any stone that shows it better than this gorgeous peridot. So I'm thinking Easter, I'm thinking Mother's Day, I'm thinking about all those springtime moments, activities, the beautiful celebrations, but really, when are they not appropriate? It's a stud earring for year-round wear, everyday wear if you want to. You know who you are if you like to have a collection of stud earrings. This is the way you go. So let's get you white, yellow, rose gold, and let's make it a whole bunch more affordable than $499 with that's pretty good. I like that price. I'm going to make it a lot easier for you right now. They're not even $499, $399, $299, and we're going to show them to you on, of course, because remember, these are a great big size. They are going to be, I believe it's 4 millimeters. I'll double check it for you. I'm just going on a, I don't know, they look a little bigger. So let me double check it for you if I have a millimeter gauge, and I do. So you can see them a couple of ways, but I'm telling you, we're going to be busy on these phone lines because they're not even going to be $299. Excuse me, that is not a fine jewelry price of 2024. That's what they look like from a distance away. I mean, I'll be as bold as to put up a ruler and show you that they're 1/4 of an inch diameter. Who needs millimeter sizes when you've got a bold stud like this, right? Where the round itself is 1/4 of an inch from top to bottom, side to side. That millimeter size, if you're curious, is going to be, it is indeed a 6 millimeter stone. That's about equivalent to a 1 carat diamond. So if you have 1 carat diamond studs, expect these to be pretty similar in the size, but they're not even going to be $299, nor are they $249. And I'm sorry, these are the best and brightest of peridot, which does not make them inexpensive to get. Certainly not your typical pricing here. And they're not even $200. They're only $199 for the pair. And we've got 60 seconds with them because that's not going to stick around. You don't do peridots like that for a price tag like they are. So this is where you've got 60 seconds to shop them and get them for yourself. And you know what? I didn't even try them on yet. So let me do that for you as well so you can see what they look like up against the ear, so you can see if you're not familiar with a 6 millimeter stone. I will borrow one and show you. Remember, these are in the white gold. You obviously get the choice of the white, the yellow, or the rose, and take a look at those from a distance away just so you get an idea of what they're going to look like when they're on. So that's your option there, and you can see how bright and beautiful they are and how they really give you that big enough diameter where there's piercing coverage. They could be, yes, they could be moved up the ear if you want to wear them in a second or third piercing. You certainly can do that as well. We'll go back to the wheel, and then we're going to see them out the door in 20 more seconds. So that's it. I'm glad they're popular because that's kind of like, I know it's still a few weeks away from officially becoming spring, but I think that would be an earring that is going to be your favorite going forward if you like a bright, bold pop of color. And green, it's a color of nature, so we tend to think that goes with everything, and I would definitely agree with that. So coming up, we've got another 3 minutes. Gives us a chance to show you one more item before we get to our top of the hour. And also, there's a heart-shaped necklace here. So typically when we see heart-shaped styles, we see what? It's usually round brilliance pave, right? This is a rose gold option. Unfortunately, it only stays in the rose gold, so I'm calling my rose gold girls here. But this is 1119948. And I got to tell you, the younger generations, they love rose gold too. So if you're shopping it for a gift idea, maybe daughters, granddaughters, or anybody who's a little younger, this might be a great option for you. It's all baguettes. Let me show this up close first of all. Uh-oh, hang on. The chain is wrapped around, sorry, there's a chain wrapped around the bag, so it's going to be a little more difficult. Go ahead, Tony, we'll show the peridot here, and then I will try to see if I can do surgery here. Yes, good. Let me go back to my days of being a surgeon. Okay, there were none of those days, but I'll just help this out a little bit because we got to show this necklace. It's really, really good. So this one's going to be our rose gold baguette piece in a heart shape, but watch how we very artistically and maybe even abstractly, if that's a word, set these together. So I know, I love it. I think this is very, very unique. I feel like this should go in a modern art museum right now and not be at a jewelry boutique. That's where I feel like this should be. And all of this natural from the earth diamonds, tapered baguettes, and then that's all you get. It's not anything else but tapered baguettes, which have quite the proportion, which sometimes we see a little more minimal tapering. These are quite, I would say, a little more pronounced, and then you get them scattered or almost like think puzzle piece together to create a little bit of an asymmetric heart design. Let's show it on the hand too. And this one's going to be, like I mentioned, rose gold only here. So it's all attached to the chain, so it stays this way. But we did, don't worry, we throw in some adjustability for you. There's actually going to be 2 lengths to wear it at, 16 and 18. So we took the more commonplace lengths of necklace and we put them both in there. So you see there's an O-ring for the 16, and then you've got your spring ring closure right now at the 18-inch length. I'll show you how this looks with a measurement up against it, then we'll show it on the neckline for you. But do you see what happens when you get the light hitting each and every one of those tapered baguettes, how really attractive they are, because they're gonna pick up the light beautifully and they throw it back. And I'm talking like throw it back 95-mile-an-hour fastball style. Like it's just bright, bright, tossing that light around. You see it there, 1/2 inch top to bottom on the heart itself. And then we've got, I was watching spring training kickoff today, so yes, the baseball analogies will begin. But take a look at that. I mean, that's a really pretty pronounced style. So here it is, one caller takes it. Let's just make it really, really affordable. And can we point out that the 57 points in diamonds is done with significant individual stones too? These are not little itty bitty teeny tiny diamonds, right? I didn't, bother to count them, but there's a lot going on. You know what? We'll take it back up close because I think it's such a fun way to see it. And then also, please note, this is the finishing. So just as abstract and modern in the back as it is from the front, let's blow it up for $777. First caller only on that one. If it is if it's a rose gold lover out there we're talking to, that would be a really fun, unique way to take the traditional motif and theme of the heart, get something different and special, get all those larger diamonds that almost, we talk about this a lot, but we rarely get to see it here in person, where we talk about setting white diamonds and rose gold almost gives them a bit of a pink cast. You see that here, don't you? They almost look, and for the record, we've never had pink diamonds in tapered baguettes, but that's almost the look they're giving you. And for $777, you're getting the entire necklace. There, of course, is that closure with the spring ring closure, and then, of course, you've got that beautiful diamond cut chain. Here it is. There's your upfront centerpiece of that heart shape. That is just fresh. And as a result, it ends up, I think, looking very expensive when you see a design like this, that's something so different. I mean, yes, the classic heart, but done in a more unusual style and really bright and beautiful. So let's get to our next big piece, which is our top of the hour. Glad you're with us tonight. This is Thursday night, and I'll tell you right now, we're going to do a little amethyst special here. And it's a gents ring, so I know the ladies are going to be, oh, darn it, I'm not going to be able to watch for the next few minutes. You can, and you may even want to shop this, because I think that out of all the gent styles that we do, that we usually talk about, it could be a unisex style. I think this is one of the ones that works the best, because there's a lot of the designer influence here that makes it look, in a way, while being very bold and pronounced and squared off style, it has some femininity to the way that it's got a quilted designer motif on the sides of the band. So it gives you a little more element of designer, status, iconic, all of that. So that's how we're going to start the hour. Don't forget, there's a big yellow diamond presentation coming up shortly, and it's my all-time favorite ring. And I think it actually, I'm just speaking of my 7.5 years here. Honestly, it might be my favorite ever. I can't think of anything that has topped this ring in the design, the style, and of course the value. But that's tougher and tougher to do in yellow diamonds. So if you need one, we're going to be talking last call opportunity on nearly 3-carat diamond rings. So make sure you stay with us. It's iconic. We don't see it often. It's probably the last time, likely the last time we ever see this at this price tag. So make sure you stay with me. And yes, there's tanzanite as well here tonight. So don't go anywhere. We'll see if we can make some miracles happen with the tanzanite. But this is something really, I shouldn't categorize it one way or the other. You really have to see it and then decide. See it and then make the judgment, because it could be men's, could be ladies, could be really for anybody to wear if you like bold. And here we are in the last final days of February here, right? We've got about a week left. And look at this stunning February birthstone that we brought out. Whether that matters one bit to you or not, it's all about giving you a value. So here we are with this stunning bright color. I mean, you're talking about a saturated amethyst here. It's going to be, and we still have peridot earrings, by the way, and still have the heart-shaped necklace you just saw. So I would not wait on those if I were you, because obviously those are pieces that we just keep moving so we can show you a lot of jewelry. But I got to tell you, there are pieces here from the first hour that should not be. So give us a call if you have any thoughts and want to add those to your collection. I can't believe we have $199 peridot earrings still available, but hey, it's a Thursday, so welcome in. And here's what we'll do for you. On a men's or ladies amethyst piece, it's a 112-2328. Tell me there's a 2222 item number here somewhere on this 222 day. But this is really special. It's a carat 30 cushion cut Brazilian amethyst. It's a cushion cut square. It's 48 points in diamonds. They're all big diamonds going around and around. Really keeps the square motif going, doesn't it? Got the square cushion, got the big squared off platform across the top, big diamonds all set in that single row. And then let's take a look at the sides here. And yes, it's fully finished, so that if it is a bigger, bolder, this reminds me a little bit of a signet ring feel. And actually, it's even, if you're thinking, oh, I don't know if I can wear it, it might be too big. If you're familiar with the big signet ring that is oh so popular here, this one's about that size. So if you can handle the large signet ring that we do with the triple monogram, I think you're really going to enjoy this one as well. I do, but it's one of those that we make it wearable by adding the comfort within. There's your undergallery you see there. So that's really important, all finished all the way through. You can have white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. It might be tempting. I'm going to tell you, I wish. If I had a little genie in a bottle, I think I'd probably wish for this to be in yellow gold. And I think you're going to really be impressed with the yellow gold and the amethyst combination, which is usually so popular. And it also is going to be, I want to try something here, because the last thing to do that's wise to do is too much gents jewelry. And you know, we have a lot of people that ask for it and request it all the time because we don't see it as much. Just generally how the world works. There's more ladies jewelry out there than gents jewelry, but we do our part. As a matter of fact, tonight we'll see a really good rush into Montoid as well for the gentlemen or ladies, just depending. But this is one that I would really like to see out the door here before we get too deep into our second hour, because quite the show we have. And there's still tanzanite earrings too to come up in the show. So don't go anywhere if you want blue wing block Ds that are affordable. But this is where I want to kind of see who's with us on a Thursday, because it's always it's a bit more of a challenging evening. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. I get to then really push the boundaries and push the limits here of what we do in that thing called value. You know, it's basically where we just sell really high-end jewelry so super cheap. That's what value's about, and that's how we translate it. So instead of paying what you would, which is $49.99 for this very ring, we're going to take it a lot lower, and we're actually going to let you set your price. So ladies, gentlemen, anybody who wants an amethyst, if you wear amethyst every day, I know I do. I only do it because it's significant, right? It is a stone I love, but it is significant and meaningful, so I like to wear the February birthstone because it's the February birthstone. My most important day of my whole year is tomorrow, 223. But this is where, again, if you're somebody who loves amethyst, or maybe you're going, yes, and I'm kind of can take it or leave it, it's like we talked about with the peridot. You have to see it in its best form and then make a judgment, because once you see really good amethyst, it can change your whole outlook on the stone, which is, you know, kind of a commonplace quartz, right? We all know it. We've seen it before. We've probably owned it. This is a little different, and you see what I mean. You don't have to go searching for, okay, where's the quality? It's right there in the reds and the blues and the purples that are coming through so vividly in this stone. Now we need to auction it off. And usually, let me tell you, auctioning a men's piece, not going to be wise, because that ratio of shoppers. We just have more ladies shopping for ladies jewelry than we do men shopping for men's jewelry. So here's the thing, men's or ladies, let me try to prove that to you here. If you like this look on the hand, there it is. That's how it looks. Now we're going to size it for you. So even though it's a, you know, more traditional men's size right now at about a 9, 9.5, we can size this to any size. So imagine how this would look if I kind of cinched it down and it was a 5.5. It would look like this, and it would look great. And yet, if you like a bigger ring, this is delivering. But I want to try something really wild here. And listen, this is like a thud. You know, a lot of rings, when you put them down on the wheel, there's like a little tinny sound. It goes ding, ding, ding. This is a thud. It speaks to the gold weight. And again, I love that other people give you gold weights, and that's great. You know why they can? Because they only give you in that size. They say, here's your ring, and you're on your own to size it. We don't give you gold weights because it depends on the size you get. Because people always ask me that. Well, that other place with those guys, they give me the gram weight. Sure, they're also not sizing it for you. So if it's a 5 and you're a 12, you're paying all the extra money, you're spending the time, you're doing all that, right? We don't know if you want a 5 or a 12 or somewhere in between. Or maybe you need a 15, or maybe you need a 2. Whatever that is, that's going to depend. So obviously when we give you the extra offering to say, let us do it for free, that obviously is what changes the gold weight on everybody's ring. So I can't tell you what your ring's going to be, right? Because that's going to be determining on your size that you're choosing, which we opt to do for you free of charge. So that's another, I think, really important element of, somebody just complimented me about 30 minutes, 20 minutes actually, before I come on the air. And they said, it's really nice that you do that. I appreciate that it's custom. I appreciate you change gold colors. I appreciate that you do the sizing. I appreciate you get it to me for free because nobody else does. And I agree. And that's part of that custom, wonderful luxury experience that we're aiming to bring you. So instead of $49, okay, so we have nobody on the phone lines and I get it. It's a men's piece traditionally. Let's help you out here and let's try to do something a little wild here and see who's out there shopping tonight, because I'm going to make this absolutely downright irresistible. And that way, if you kind of like it or kind of want to try it, remember, you can always send it on back to me, but I am putting it on the auction block to test the waters here. And so we're going to say we'll do all that extra labor. We'll get you your size, your gold color. We'll ship it to your doorstep, which, by the way, it doesn't cost $5.95 to ship something. It costs on average $180 to ship a package from us to you, if you needed to know. So it's like $200 built in. And we figured I can't put a shipping fee of $180 on the screen. That'd be one way to say, yeah, don't shop with us, right? But someone's got to pay that money, and we do. So just a little, every now and then I like to shout that out because we do take care of that for you. And that's awfully nice because we don't just, you can't just ship jewelry in the normal way, right? You can't just slap it in an envelope and send it on its way. You got to, make sure all the things happen and the insurance and all that good stuff so that it arrives safely and beautifully to you. But let's try an auction at, I don't know. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? It's a huge gents ring. It's got a big amethyst and it's got one of our bigger diamond weights. You want to start at $1,000? That's exactly the reaction I was looking for because Tony went, huh? What? I'm trying to hear those phones ring. Yeah, I got to do it on a Thursday. That's what we got to do. So here we go. It's going to be $1,000, which, oh, by the way, which component you want to choose? Diamonds, gemstone, gold, or the labor, which I know is the one that's really abstract. It's hard to imagine because you're not seeing somebody at a workbench put it together by hand. But that's 4 different components: gold, diamonds, amethyst, labor. And not one of those components would be $1,000. Let's see if we get the open. We went from a $5,000 amethyst high-end ring to $1,000 to start, and we'll give it 60 seconds. And I don't know, it's a men's piece, so we don't usually see as much activity there, but it's really, really affordable. And I know we've had a lot of people asking for men's amethyst, and it's February's birthstone, which here we are in the midst of February on its way. But again, this is the way to do it. And this is the way to get big value. And is it still finished in the inside under gallery? Yes, it is. And I don't think we're going to get an open, and that's sad. But that's on me because you know what? That seems now probably too little to ever sell a ring for, and you're going, well, she ain't going to sell it to me. There's a trick, there's a catch, there's something. There's a reserve. There's something, maybe it's a hidden reserve, maybe it's because there's no increments, it's a $10 increment, but we're struggling to get the open here at $1,000. Do we dare? And listen, this is only a size 9. Most of our men's rings are a 10 or 12. Listen, it's a heavy, hefty, boom, boom. It's got a whole different sound. For relation, I'm going to set another ring, it's my own. Listen to that sound. It's different. That speaks to the gold weight, and we have no open, and we have 10 seconds left, and guess what? I'm sitting here with no open on this one, and you know what I'm going to do? By goodness, I'm going to go ahead and blow it out right now. First caller can have it for $999. Sometimes I just need I need a water break or something. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say $999. First caller takes it, 60 seconds once more, and then we'll see who's got it. And that way, it should go. Forget about 1,000, forget about no reserve, forget about increments and competition and all that. Just make it $999 to the first caller, and that would be an historic moment for a gents ring here all time. All-time record. I've not had a gents ring, have I ever? In 7+ years. Even going back to 2016, that was a different era of jewelry pricing than today. And yet I'm thinking back to all these, I'm like having flashbacks to men's rings left and right, and we've seen some values. $19.99, $29.99 values, but $9.99 for a piece of that stature with a half carat in diamonds and the best amethyst out there? No, that's not possible. But it's happening if you're the first caller, and guess what? It's still here. I wish it was in yellow. Is that weird that if I had 3 wishes from a genie and a lamp, one of my wishes would be to make this ring in yellow gold? Honestly, that is how important. That is how, I mean, yes, and I can figure out the other 2, right? Is it bad to just say health and happiness for my family and my dog? And can't even think of a 3rd. Honestly, if this was in yellow gold, I think it'd be already gone. I think it's a little bit more difficult to imagine it. I think there's a richness about the yellow gold that I would encourage you to think about. Think about the yellow gold. I would even almost think about the rose gold instead of the white gold, just because it's a little richer with the stone coloring, right? I think that certain times white gold really lends itself well to a piece. I think there are other times when yellow gold is a better option, or even rose gold is a better option. That is your choice. So is the sizing, so is where we're getting it to you, so is all these opportunities we give. Like, also, if you're thinking, I'm not sure if that's going to be really a good ring for $9.99, seems a little cheap. It is, because I'm trying to sell it, but you still have a money back guarantee, which is your let's make sure you love it. That's important. So it's here. Okay, so no more men's rings. And it's a shame, because I have this huge Russian demontoid, probably the best I've seen us have in years and years and years. Look at that Russian demontoid. See how bright and clean? That is a supreme quality Russian demontoid. Okay, so that's just, this is good to know now. And here I have the most important yellow diamond tonight, my favorite ring all time, and yet I'm a little concerned now. Are we really going to bring this out today? Would it be wiser to bring it out on Saturday? Yeah. Would it be wiser to bring it out on Sunday? They won't let me. They won't let me. I've tried that before, guys. I have too many fights on it. I have too many issues with people sending, the very, very upset, disgruntled emails about, I can't believe you didn't have enough quantity. I wanted that ring. I wanted it. I'll pay you more. Tell the other person. I'll buy it back from all that stuff. This is not even something I can bring on the weekends anymore, because the quantity's not there to offer when we have high viewership. So we got to bring it out tonight. But that is something I'm really leery about tonight with that value we have on the amethyst. So again, if you want that one, $9.99, huge value there. And Tim, nobody got this one? All right, so this is going to be it, guys. We've got a really special zircon. We've got a pearl pendant. We've got some star sapphires as well, and star rubies. And did want to show you this. This is an awfully pretty pendant, isn't it? I love this one. I'm just going to give you a quick look at it, because I look at this every time I give it a look, and I think to myself, I would love that if it were cheaper. I just know that I kind of have a sense when you do this, as long as I've been doing this every single day, and you work, on TV for between 3 and 7 hours a day doing this for the last 22 years, like I'm telling you, you get a little sense of what people want for value, what they want, what they don't want. And I usually have a pretty good sense, and part of being a good host is knowing what is a good value. Anybody can come up here and talk, right? It's not that hard. But having a sense of what is a good value and what's not, you have no idea how many pieces I reject, because they're just not the value. And we can't waste the airtime on pieces that aren't the value. You're here for that reason. There's a lot of jewelry out there that if, people have unlimited funds to spend, there's a lot of jewelry in a lot of places you can shop. You're here because you want that quality and the value. And this is 1120074. I've looked at for ages. The problem is it's a $12,999 piece. I've been waiting for it to come down, and guess what? It still hasn't. I'm going to make it come down right now, because I think it's too pretty to exist here. Leaving this in a vault, in a box, in a bag is not sufficient. This is a pendant. Now let me show you how it's going to look on the neckline, because first of all, it's a top to bottom, north to south piece. So it's going to sit like this. There's a hidden bail right at this top point, which almost looks like a little feather or detail there. It's got the most beautiful 14mm Tahitian pearl. That's a natural pearl that's set in 18 karat gold, by the way. 1120074. It should come up. It's a 14mm stone. It's 18 karat. There's actually yellow gold and black rhodium. The body of the piece is yellow. It's got that finishing behind it, and then tons of diamond weight. What is tons? 2 carats 08. 208 in the diamond weight, and guess what they are? They're different colors of diamonds. They're not just white diamonds. The reason it has a richer look about it is also the black rhodium setting, but that makes sense because they're different exotic colors. They're not just white diamonds. They're not the basics. I want to show you the length here with the ruler so you can see how long it's going to be, and then you get this dramatic statement piece. I know it's not for everybody at $12,999. I'm taking care of you today. 1.5 inches top to bottom. Then we'll show it on the neckline here, and you don't have to pay $13,000 or anywhere near that for this stunning statement piece. You're going to put your favorite chain right through it. I would recommend yellow gold for the chain because that's what's happening around it. Look at how you even see, this is not just a black pearl. It's got goldens, it's not goldens, greens and purples and different lilac tones, like a good Tahitian should. Here's what it looks like on the back. There's that finishing. You can see how it's 18 karat gold because it has an entirely different color. And then you see those beautiful, it's really a champagne tone of diamond that's happening all the way through in the pave. We have one. It's fantastic. It's like a feather design. It even, my favorite thing about this pearl, just showing off, it's reflecting the diamonds. Do you see that? It's acting as a mirror. There's a reflection of the diamonds at the surface of the pearl. Do you see how where the pearl meets the diamonds here as I move it? It almost looks like there are diamonds set on the side of the pearl. There aren't. It's a perfectly round pearl. But look at that. It's just reflecting the diamonds and even their shine. I got to blow it out right now. We got to make this easy for one caller. It is a miracle piece. I love it. It kind of looks oceanic to me. It almost looks like a shell. It almost looks like the inside of a clamshell where maybe this was actually born and raised in essence. It's a special piece and we've got it for less than $79.99. That's been on sale for that price. That didn't do it. $69.99 didn't do it. $59.99, not gonna do it. We're gonna make sure it's even better for you. And the first caller, it's finally, well, the markdown is still at $4,999. I'm gonna give you a little extra bonus just to send it out. I think it's that special and unique. You know who you are when there are pieces that just speak to you on a level that other pieces don't. That means you have exquisite taste. You want something detailed and designer. The black rhodium usage is everything in this. And we're going to make it less than $3,000. I'll make it $29.99 first caller, and for all that 18K. Stays as is, of course, with the yellow gold and the black rhodium. But to get something this magnificent and bold, and then the beautiful, like, again, the gemstone of the sea, the all organic, really, really rare, stunning, stunning pearl like it is. And then to get $29.99 as your price tag when, excuse me, there are 208 in diamonds. And they're all fancy colors. It's a lighter champagne mixed with the white. Now the white diamonds are set in the yellow gold. Everything that's in the black rhodium is that lighter champagne material. It is so exquisite. First caller situation, $29.99. We'll take it apart. We'll take the stones out. We'll melt it down if this still is a piece that remains at that price. We got to do it. So here we go. This has been very popular. These are the signature illusion styles where we see diamonds come together in baguettes and rounds and make a different shape. So this is 111-8613, and we are going to give you a designer style here that is our last of its kind. You heard me right. We did all the big versions. We did the earrings just yesterday. Yes, we had matching earrings. If you were able to pick those up or need to get a pair, please ask your operators. But I'm showing you, you have to really get up close to this one to appreciate how this works, because otherwise you'd look at it and go, oh, look, there's a pear-shaped solitaire on their show. I don't usually see that. These are actually baguettes and rounds put together to make the look of a pear shape, and then we keep the diamonds going down the band. It's going to be a really an exquisite 18 karat gold ring. So we went higher purity. When I say we, I'm talking about the designer. The designer is the one that made this that higher purity level of gold. You get 75% pure gold, so you're getting an extra special richness there. And then we put the white diamonds together. It may not sound like a lot. 7 points in baguettes, 11 points in rounds. However, when you look at how they're all bigger stones and the way they're put together to give you the look, because I know if you went out to buy an individual pear-shaped diamond right now, they're hot right now, and if you buy an individual really high quality VS diamond, pear-shaped, white diamond, that whole thing, carat size, you're going to spend upwards of $7,000 or $8,000. Unless you go lab grown, then you might get it for $5,000, but that's still lab grown. It's worth $0 when you walk out the door. Okay, so again, please don't be fooled by the 400% and 500% markups on the lab-grown diamonds that are out there. That is what I should not say. Somebody's probably going to come after me for saying that because it's what the industry doesn't want you to know, is that they don't cost that much to manufacture. And I know that's really all the option as consumers we're getting these days, which is kind of tragic, I think, is that everyone's going that direction, and that's the reason why. because they're making more money. There's not a lot of markup on diamonds because there can't be. Diamonds themselves, when they elevate all the time as they do, it's tough for retailers to turn around to their consumer day after day and say, sorry, that same ring just went up. And it didn't change, but it just went up and it went up and it went up. So, you know, we're losing money in the diamond industry, but you're getting that quality that at the end of the day is worth something, right? It means something. It's got a value to it. And I'm going to go zero to start with $100 increments on this ring, and we'll see who's out there for it. It is a fabulous 18 karat gold design that you can still get in yellow. You can still get in rose gold if you want to, but this is the way to get some pieces out the door when just straight up value isn't working, when discounts aren't working, when liquidation prices aren't working, when clearance and all that's not working. You say, let's go ahead and sell it for, even if it's something that's going to go for $100, at least it gets a home, and that's the idea. And for the record, it's a $29.99 piece. You know, these pieces are some of the most higher end designer pieces that we do here. They're not easy to create. They're not easy to replicate. Obviously, you've got high quality through and throughout here, and we'll show it on the hand because that's kind of the thing. If there's nobody out there, there's nobody out there. That's the one thing. I can't really have too much success offering jewelry at great values, no matter what the values are, if nobody's out there. So here's where we try to kind of figure it all out. And look how sweet it is. And whether you want to wear this here, 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 or here, those are all options because of the more delicate size. We have nobody on the phone lines, or do we? Okay, so we're verifying one bidder. Let's see if they want to go $100. And we have to sell it because there's no reserve, and yet it's still a band of 18 karat gold. I was pricing wedding bands the other day, and again, you have how much? $100 we have, one bidder, $100. This could very well be the night we see a piece go out at $100. It's happened before. It's the next best thing to me, giving something away for $1 is right here. Because when you look at a $3,000 ring and it's $100, that's a really nice savings. So here we have it, $100 going once, nobody else on the phone lines, okay. 200, we just got Tim here, he's on the line at $200, so that's good, but we only have two bidders. So it might be a back and forth, or maybe they're out, we'll find out, but this is it, guys, last call. 18 karat gold ring, diamonds, diamonds, diamonds. The last of the illusion setting style, we do have one bidder left. Tim, who do you have there at $200? Because I think they're going to get it at $200. Tim, do you have a caller still on the line, or did they hang up? Okay, so they're still there. So let's go. Let's just take a look at it, because I'm not helping Tony. So let's just go ahead and take a look at what's at stake here. We have $200 and we have one bidder. And if anybody else wants to come on in, it's go time. Oh, for the record, we only have those peridot earrings for $199. I don't have anything else for $200. So this is a little crazy. And it's a 18 karat. Okay, so let me finish my story. I was out, so I have to buy a band, right? 18 karat gold band, 2 millimeters in size. It's plain, no diamonds. Do you know how much that band is? It's 60, oh, and by the way, it wasn't a designer. It was $6,300. $6,300. It was not Cartier. It was not Tiffany. It was not Van Cleef. It was over $6,000 for a 2 millimeter band. It was like a little skinny diamond, not diamond, gold band. No diamonds. This is an 18 karat gold band with all those diamonds, big important diamonds, designer style. We're at $200. This is really happening, guys. So if you haven't dialed in, I would do it. Yeah, 300? We got 300. My operators hate these things. They hate these things because they have to pick up a phone and go like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. We're going to lose money. And we got to sit here and I got to pick up the phone for $300. Well, you know, it's about value. So I still got to move jewelry every given night, day, every time I'm here. We got to find a way to move some jewelry. So this is going to be that wild moment. We have 300 going once. Anybody want to go 400? $400 we have. Thank you. We've got 4. We're looking for 5. We're looking for 6. We're looking for 1,000. This is what, do you know how that this would be a value if it was like, think about $9.99. Normally, normal night, that goes out really quickly at $9.99. This is not normal. And that's because we're only at $400. So let's see if we have anybody else. Do we have 5? You got it. So we've got 500. Tim, let me know who you have. And then we're going to give it a final clock because it looks like we've got one bidder left. It's not too late for you to dial in. If you're seeing the value, because I hope that any and all jewelry lovers are seeing the value. If you're not, then I haven't educated you properly to what diamonds and gold are doing in this modern day era. Because no, we are not running a tape from 1982 because I was just a babe, but like a baby, you know, not like a babe, you know, but a baby, you know. So that was, you know, that was a different era. And yes, and look how camera shy I was in 1980. This probably was 1984. Was this 1983, 84? I don't know. But I hated the camera. I was very mad. when I saw a camera. So, ironic, right? However your kids are at a young age, don't worry, right? They, kids, you know how they are. They're versatile, right? They're resilient. You never know, right? You never know. So quietest, most shy introvert in the world, and here I am. So $500 is what we have. We're going to give it 2 minutes, so it's not too late to jump in. You can go ahead and give us a call and jump in if you want to. And, we're going to see if we have anybody else. So we're looking for $600 or more. Last call, last chance. Take another look at it, and then we'll see it out the door. I don't know what year that was, Tony. I don't know. I'll have to ask Mom. She would let me know, except she's watching either hockey or basketball right now. She's just so happy to be watching sports tonight. Although she did scare me earlier. She said, no. She goes, so what are you doing tonight? And I go, huh? She goes, what are you doing tonight? She's honestly, sincerely, she's had company for like a week, so I forgive her. But she goes, what are you doing tonight? I'm like, what is this a joke? She thought it was Friday. She thought it was Friday, yeah. She said, she really had no idea. It's like, usually that's me. So we have nobody else. Tim, who do you have there at $500? Susan? Where's Susan calling from? Virginia. Does she have any diamond designer rings like this? Is she a collector of this designer? Yes. Do we have 600? So we're in last minute. We only got 90 minutes left to tolerate this, whatever is going to be happening in the show. I'm not sure. The yellow diamond ring I'll probably have to cancel tonight. To be totally honest with you guys, I'm going to have to, would that make anybody mad? Let me know. Do you guys want to see the yellow diamond ring, or do you think we can move that to a different day? It wouldn't be Saturday or Sunday because, like I said, we upset too many people when we show it on the high viewership days. But I've been talking about it. I've been promoting it. It's my favorite all time. I just don't know if tonight's the night for it. But if you want to see the yellow diamond, let me know. Here we go. 35 seconds left. I'm going to try it on again. Yes. She what? Is it? I agree with you, Susan. Now, Susan is, I don't know if she has a lot of experience in, fine jewelry stores, designer stores, because this one is one that's kind of iconic in the high-end designer world. She has no idea what a good buy it is, because at our store, it's $29.99. Elsewhere, it's a lot more than that. And we have, last call, let's see if we have $600, yes or no. Or we could just bring out the yellow diamond next and make it really interesting. I mean, out of all nights, this would be the night. It's right. It would be the time. So I'll tell you what, guys. I'm getting already some different messages, emails, and things like that about, we want to see the yellow diamond. So I'll tell you what, we will do it. I'm going to bring it out at the top of the hour. It's exactly 30 minutes from this very moment. So make sure you stay with me. I am going to power through, and I'm going to bring you, because this one's sold, I'm going to bring you this yellow diamond ring. No matter what's happening today, and you see what's happening, guys. We just sold a designer ring for that crazy low price. But look at that ring. This is coming up in exactly, well, now it's 29 minutes and 40 seconds. So that is one that please tell a jeweler, tell a jewelry store owner, tell a designer, tell a reseller, tell a pawn shop owner. If you know anybody who's in the resale business of jewelry, in the consignment business, in the antique business, in the anybody who wants a great gift idea for somebody, that is the ultimate diamond ring there. It is my all-time favorite ring we do here at this network. And it's here tonight, and I've been told the last time we're gonna see it, because we don't have any more carat diamonds. Did you know that? Yellow diamonds are done. We don't have any more of the 1 carats, the 1.5s, the 2 carats, nothing. They are all set and done. Who knew they'd sell out before the Blue Wing Block Ds did? Well, we're there. So top of the hour, we'll see that yellow diamond ring. I've got to figure out something to try and entertain you with between now and then. And I think I got it. This is a really, really pretty Asher cut. I've got a one-of-a-kind here. So it's a zircon. Now, I have a huge zircon if you want a 16.5 carat that looks like this. We got a 16 carat that's kind of a pinky golden orange. Watch this. This is an Asher cut. So Asher cutting, what is that? It's spelled A-S-S-C-H-E-R, by the way, for everyone who misspells it. I just want to let you know. So, A-S-S-C-H-E-R, and it's kind of an old world cut that's now back in a big, big, big way. And it's 1122996. And it's a really pretty zircon. Now, it's a one only designer piece that's brand new here. And we've got a 527 in the pink zircon. Now, look at the colors, because that is not basic pink. Pinks and reds and purples and fuchsias and all those different cranberry tones together. It has a halo of pink diamonds around it. Oh, it's so stunning. It is 44 points in pink diamonds and 40 points in the white diamonds. I've always called this the butterfly ring. Now, we've only seen it maybe 4 times, but It's housed some of the most exquisite stones in our collection, including one of our best and brightest emeralds. And now this Asher cut, look at this design, whether you see butterflies or a star or an X, maybe X and O perhaps. That could be the motif you're going for. But it's surrounded by, and isn't that impressive that it's pink diamonds actually here. Pink diamonds instead of the yellow, because that just makes sense. The beautiful, bold pink cranberries, and then the softer side with the pink diamonds around it. So you've got the natural pinks, and I love that they're even greater carat weight than even the white diamonds here. And we're gonna get you a great, great price on it because there's only one, so we gotta bring these prices down. I mean, look at the desperation that's already ensued here. So instead of $59.99, and I kid you not, here it is. There's the new piece. That's the photograph. There's the price. It says $5,999, and that one's not going to be tonight. I'm going to try it on for you. This is that beautiful look that is already, this mine shut down. It was only 2020 when this mine started production. It was basically unearthed in 2020. It was January. So we're only just a little more than 4 years in, but it's been gone. So this is the time to pick up your pink zircon with the reds and the purples and those bright, a little bit of a golden tone that comes through in the lower lighting, I would say. And you only have to pay, well, let's try this, $19.99 first caller on that one, $19.99. And that softer, I love the cushion cut shape of the pink diamond halo around the more stark angles of the Asher cutting you have happening all the way around it. It looks good. So don't forget about that Asher cut pink. That's a really exquisite style. We've got some super collectibles in the tourmaline family. We've got a couple of star stones as well. They're star rubies. I have a men's ruby. It's outrageous, the color. I mean, it's like if anybody has a couple $1 million to spend, this would be the ruby you'd want to get, except it's not a couple $1 million. Look at that men's ruby. Oh, yeah. That is true, true, true. That's like fire engine red, not burgundy, fire engine red. So proud of that ruby. Some of our best stones end up in men's rings. Has anyone noticed that? Like truly, it's amazing. It's amazing. Because we know the guys don't get as many choices, right? So you got to make sure they're super high level. So let's see who's got the zircon. Then for fun, I'm just going to throw in this tourmaline because I'm just going to we'll just kind of do whatever you want till we get to the top of the hour because my favorite ring is here. And this one's sold. Congratulations. Look at this though, because, oh, darn it, I was hoping this would show you guys what I was seeing in person. I was looking at this in my office before the show. And it literally in person goes pink, green, and pink. So I'm going to try to show that to you here. Yeah, there we go. So do you see, let me show you this angle. It really is fascinating. Do you see how at the top of the stone now, there's a pink and then it just tends to disappear? Sometimes tourmalines, they're magical. And this stone is not just green and pink. It's a blue, green, and pink. Item number here, 1120178. Isn't that special? Designer tapered prongs in the corners. Boy, it's funny how it's such a big ring, it even sits oddly. Like it's sitting, do you see how it's, talk about defying gravity. This is like doing its own little Cirque du Soleil act here. It is literally hovering because the size of the stone in the basket is so large. Do you see how there's a little space there? It doesn't even lean. It just is a massive, massive stone. And how big is massive? 20 carats 46. And we're still going to call it bicolor, but it's doing something a little magical. It's got the bright blues and greens softly transitioning into a rosy pink raspberry color. It's 33 points in diamonds. We just did it, just a couple diamonds on either side there. Really beautifully done here. And they're good sized diamonds, but we kept it really classic here. 4 round brilliant diamonds on each side, stays in the yellow gold. Actually, if you really would like to insist on a white gold, we can probably do it for you. Might take some time, but I don't know if you want to go anywhere else because I'll tell you why. The stone is giving yellows as well. Do you see as I move it, there's goldens coming through on the stone. That angle, you see where it's almost transitioning from the blue greens to the pinks. As you move it, and this will even show you even more so when it's on the hand, you get a little bit of a golden flash, and you see it here too, where there's golden colors. I mean, it's magic. It just is. There's a little bit of something special happening here on a lot of different fronts, and we're going to make this really, really affordable for you. And I mean, how affordable? $99.99? Nope. Former price. What you could pay, what you should pay. Let's just face it. There's an exception made on everything on a Thursday night, and it's happening right now. First caller will own this, and for fun, let's flip it the other way too and see what happens. Oh yeah, wow, now we're seeing another color. Now, are you seeing lilacs and purples and lavenders? Because I am right through the middle of the pink section there. Look at that. Okay, Andy, I gotta know, who got that pink zircon? Hi, Andy, I have a question for you. Sorry to interrupt, but who got the pink zircon? Sandra got it from where? Thanks, Sandra in Texas. Enjoy it. Another one of my faves. We've had some really special pieces tonight, haven't we? And this one, no doubt, one that's gonna go. First caller will take it for only, okay, we gotta skip $49.99. It's not gonna work. We're gonna make it even better than that. And really manageable for being a 20.5 carat stone, very manageable on the hand, partly because we kept it simple with the diamonds down the sides only. And it's a first caller scenario for just, you know what, not even $39.99. I wanna take it lower. I wanna make sure this is as easy and simple as we can make it when you've got a very complex, Mother Nature went all out couture level with this stone. And it's not even 39 or 38 or 37.99. We'll make it 37.77 first caller. That is it. 37.77. Wow, wow, wow. That's a good one. That's a really, really good one. So that'll be first caller on our museum front here. We've had a couple museum pieces, but they're already gone from earlier. We are now 21 minutes away from the big yellow diamond ring that I love so much that is here. Can't wait to show it to you. Loving that one too. Don't forget about our aqua. I'm a little surprised if you missed it at the beginning of the show. This is Oso Designer, if you know the serpentine collection. Does anybody know that collection from the... Actually, you don't need to look much further. You don't even need to be in a big city and look at the billboards. I'm in a big city, so I see billboards literally everywhere I go. But I got to tell you, this is one that is adorning the necklines of some very famous people on the red carpets of award season, right? We're at near the tail end here of award season. Have you seen these designs? Mostly in necklaces is where I think they're really most evident as far as the whole Hollywood set, right? A lot of those necklaces that wrap around the neckline and then do a little wrap. So I'm at the big game on Sunday on the 11th, right? A lot of very, very well-known, kind of have access to everything, those people. A lot of this design you're seeing, and so it's very high-end designer. So I wanted to just preview it, kind of give you another look here because it was here at the very beginning of the show that you might have missed. So give you a look at this one-of-a-kind designer ring that's going to be our wraparound design. It's 1123-150, and this is going to be with that little bit of texture, a little knife edge styling here, a little bit of that serpentine texture, and then those almost like diamond shapes of diamonds up top. And we're doing this one for $599 only. So that's a very, very pretty ring. And again, didn't want you to miss it because you've tended to love lately the fact that we've done some different looks that have definitely, you know, decidedly very high-end, unique kind of looks to them. Very well-known designer styles, right? We've been seeing a few of those of late. We've loved them. So I'm sorry I don't have 200 of these, but we do have this one for somebody to take advantage of and just thought you might like it. So we'll try it on again for you. And don't forget about our beautiful bicolor, tricolor tourmaline we just had. And then we do have some blue wing. It's a more pricey blue wing today. I gotta be honest. It's one that I'm not real crazy about the price, but I gotta tell you, I can probably change that. So there it is. That's the blue wing of the day. Looking forward to that one. We'll just blow it out here for you very quickly. I'm going to change the price. I got to. So we're going to bring that out. Next, blue wing. It's the only one. We have one. Welcome to the days that we're in now where final call on all blue wing block D. Take a look at this on the hand though. This is such a pretty wraparound, easy to wear ring. It sits really low profile. There's nothing complex about it. It'd be great. I tried it on earlier as a pinky ring. I think that's so pretty, the way this can be a thumb ring or a pinky ring if you're looking to add, right? Don't take off, add, right? That's kind of the look anyways right now. It's not about, you know, minimalism is not really the look of the time, right? Minimalism is not something we're seeing a lot of. We're seeing more stacking and layering than really ever before, and that means everywhere. It's not just for your neckline. It's not just for your ears. It's for your rings as well. So think about that at $5.99, huge value there. Then we got the big tanzanite coming out to play. And then, yes, the yellow diamond will be here in about, it's now 18 minutes away. Can't wait. So proud of this one. Last time we're going to see it. So the big tanzanite of the night would be our 7 carat 28. Take a look at this. Wow. Here's some extra important museum reserve. You've not seen this stone. Tonight is the first time. And I wasn't really thrilled about when I saw this evening. I was a little surprised. Granted, I've been doing a lot of my own pricing lately, much to the dismay of, a lot of folks here, because obviously we're supposed to be moving these prices up, not down. They're the last of the blooming. If you haven't heard, if you're with us more sporadically and you haven't heard about where we stand with blue wing block Ds. Well, we're in last call on the stones overall. I think I counted, what was it, yesterday I counted? We had like 4. This is one of them. So I guess by this weekend, they could be gone. We are headed to Hong Kong. We're having to make a decision. There's a big show happening next week. We're having to make a decision if we're going to acquire regular tanzanite so that we can keep tanzanite going here when we will obviously have no more blue wing block D. So that's the decision we're kind of in right now. We don't know, but we're going to decide here in the next week or so. But that would still be, and I got to tell you, I had a stone yesterday that was not blue wing block D because it was an outside designer and nobody wanted it. Like I could have put it up for $5 and you guys didn't want to touch it. So I think in my just kind of, we've been shopping together for a long time for the most part. My estimation is that you guys aren't going to be into tanzanite. And if you have any opinions about it, I'd love to hear it. So then I'll pass it along to everybody here so that we can make a really good decision on, should we even bring block Cs? Should we bring the lighter material? Would you rather not see it at all once you've seen the best? That's going to be, I'd love your feedback on that because honestly, we're not sure. Can we be a jewelry network without tanzanite at all? Well, I think we're going to probably have to be. So we've had so much fun these 5 years celebrating this very, very best, which by the way is exclusively ours, only here, nobody else has it. Don't listen to what everyone else says. When everybody, I really don't appreciate when people have lavender material on big networks that are the really big ones, and they'll have the light material that you can visibly see is light, and then they go, it's the best in the world. I'm going, oh, no, it hurts me to hear that. So just because someone says it's the best, you know better. Use your own knowledge. Knowledge is power. We know that, right? Your eye will tell you. You don't need to go spend years and years at GIA, like I did, to go figure that out. The better the color is, if you see red flashes to it, like you're going to see in this Museum Reserve stone, that's when you've got the good stuff. So don't let anyone tell you lilacs or lavenders, as pretty as they may be, but if it looks light or lavender or lilac like the flower, that's not the best in the world. This is. When you start to get really ultra saturated levels of color like this, the neons, the red flashes, all of that, it's item number 11222971, and I cannot wait to give you a blowout price on a brand new Museum Reserve, $728 no less. It's our huge stone. It's a cushion cut, so that's already giving you a little more elite too. It's not the basic, yes. Oh, good. The serpentine ring, as I call it, is gone. Congratulations. Still have that big bicolor, I believe, but we're verifying on that one too. And now we're talking about not just a 728, but also a 1 carat 58 diamond weight in the mounting. Take a signature style, like we've seen in every iteration out there, and then modify it to work with this large cushion cut. And that's what you have. Look at that stone. And watch it in a little bit of darkness here. Watch this. They say the stars can only come out at night, right? Well, watch this. The star of our tanzanite collection, what remains, even more bold red neon when it's darker, which is just, I'm trying to replicate what it's going to look like in your real life scenario. Here's what we have. White, yellow, or rose gold, no problem. It's our 728. How about we finish the inside? Of course. This signature style will always have that under gallery all the way around to ensure that it's going to be as comfortable on as it is beautiful to look at. Here's what it looks like on. Nice big size right there. It's going to be a first caller scenario. Call me early. And I guess we're down to 3 after this. So not a good situation. Had 4 more go out yesterday. Just in our show, it's Wednesday night. 4 more pieces gone. Let's do this. Like I told you, I wasn't too thrilled with the price tag, because there was a $99.99 price tag. So that's not unusual. Actually, almost every Museum Reserve has been that price or more. They've either been $99.99, or we've had a couple that have gone depending on, we had a Museum Reserve that was 15, and then we had one that was 20 carats. They were a little bit more for obvious reasons, being the size. But this is where any Museum Reserve piece starts, is $9,999. We're gonna help you out here. We're gonna do a lot better. It's gonna be a lot lower in price. I'm gonna give it away right now because that's kind of what the What's being required on this Thursday night here live is we only have now, it is 13 minutes till we get that yellow diamond up here. So don't you move a muscle, because before you know it, I've had literally people walk away to go get a drink or whatever. They go get, oh, I got to remember, I got to get the mail before I go to bed, whatever it is. And then they miss pieces entirely. Whatever you do, the countdown is on. So do not miss the opportunity on the yellow diamond that is coming up at the top of the hour. But first, we got to get this one home, and that's what we're going to do right now. It's not even going to be close, though, to $9,999. This is what we've got. We've got one of our best. It's in last call. We don't have many of these stones as we have now, well documented. So this is the time. If you need one and you want this size, here you go. This is the last call, and you've never seen it before. It's not even half of this price. I got to do a little bit of an extra special discount here. Instead of $49.99, suddenly there's your best of the best in value. We love a museum reserve. They are literally the stones that were set aside 5+ years ago to be on display in museums. We had a collection of, oh gosh, I always forget the exact number. I think there were 20, I want to say 21 stones that were set aside for museum reserve, and we have shown you every one of them. And now, completing the collection. Not $49, not $39.99, and this has one of the bigger diamond weights we do. So this is not just that, let's ignore the mounting. You got to think about the fact it's a carat 58 in diamonds, in all that big supportive gold, and it's white, yellow, rose, and it's not $39.99. I told you I'd be going wild on this one. And here it is, your moment to pick it up. And remember, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee, or rather, how many days do we give? Do we give 2 weeks now, Jess, or 30 days? Is it 2 weeks, 14 days, or 30 days for the return? Gotcha. You got 2 weeks. Here's what we're going to do. I will blow it out. So we're already really low. That's clear. That's obvious. We're going to blow it out right now for less than $39, and it may be gone, but we're already verifying. So this is when you come on in the phone lines, because we want to give you the first opportunity, right? First right of refusal. That's where we're at right now. We have very few left. So it's now or never. And that is something that sounds cliche, but it really is a fact here on our Blue Wings. And there's nothing else like this cushion. 7 carat 28 size, amazing mounting, really gives the big diamond weight that we like. I feel like the stone deserves it, right? You need to have an ample diamond weight. And instead of 39, 38, 37, 36, we're blowing it out. It's not even $36.99. We got a big value for you right now. It's only going to be, though, one caller takes it. Good luck if you want it. Not $36, not $35.99. We got a deal. We have got a deal. And that's a $10,000 ring. And there'd be no other way around that except you're watching right now. And so we got to move it, and we're going to make it $3,499 only. And that means with the carat 58, that is a very important mounting that I know goes for over $6,000 just as we make it, because that's a lot of diamond weight you're getting. And $34.99 makes it yours. Let's see. What's up, Andy? Really? Dira in New Jersey? She must know her designer pieces, I take it. And that is wonderful. Thank you so much. Welcome to our show, Dira in New Jersey. Wonderful. First-time shopper. Wonder if she's a first-time viewer or if she's been watching a while. Sometimes we have people that watch for years and years before they make a purchase. Sometimes it's just a matter of minutes. And they come upon us and see the perfect piece and say, I'm going to try that, because that is a really pretty piece. And you know what? Values are here. So $34.99 on this one. Last call on Blue Wings. Sad to say it, but this weekend is probably our goodbye farewell. And that's going to be fun. We got already, remember we have, well, you know what's funny? We've got that new zoisite. Remember the one we had earlier tonight that was gone within an instant? Well, we're going to bring you 4 more over on Sunday. So we do have, I guess that's the kind of the silver lining in the deal, is that when we say goodbye to the Blue Wing Block Ds, we've got at least 4 of those natural zoisite where we saw those kind of golden pinks. If you didn't see it earlier, make sure you're here on Sunday to see what we have remaining. I'm going to bring all the rest out on Sunday morning. And like I said, there are only 4. So 4 of them, that's it. And they're really, we actually have a round. Oh, we do see the round. I cannot stop thinking about the round. We have some really special, all natural, unheated zoisite, but still from Tanzania. And so the same mine, same mine, and yet totally different colors than we've really seen before, minus the two we've had. One was $30,000, by the way, so it's still here. The other one went tonight at a big discount. So let me know who's got our tans, and I'm going to try it on one more time in the hand, and that is $34.99 only. Doesn't that sure beat $99.99? Nothing's changed with the ring. Nothing's changed with the diamond weight. That's all there. So you've just got one of those values that I feel like is necessary for tonight to make that a really easy deal. And with all that diamond weight, that's super, super, super high end and well done. So make sure you grab that one if you like it, and then I'll try it on one more time. We still have just a couple of pieces from the show, like our pearl pendant, peridot earrings. Okay, I got to flash the aqua again because, again, earlier in the show, you may or may not have been with us. So let me go ahead and try this on for you. Then we're going to show you our one and only aqua of the night that we still have here. Look how pretty that is, though, with that great color. You can see all those red flashes dancing through the stone. And why go out and pay this price per carat on Block C material when you can get a 728, not per carat, not for the mounting, for the entire ring, and never have to forego the quality? That's what this is about. So next up, I'm going to recap the aqua. That was so, I just think this is so just purely elegant. Kind of like what you see in the really, the beautiful storefronts of some mega designers here. Look at this stone. Aqua at its best, Sierra Santa Maria variety, 3148, 291, and it's a cushion with very, very important diamonds. We keep it minimal, but they're big. Big individual diamonds, 4 in total, 2 on each side. Great classic style. Look at this. Always, always a feature I like to point out when suddenly our wheel lights up as a bright baby blue when it's the aqua performing for you, doing its own color and light show here on the wheel, which you see everything on that same wheel. And none of the other stones do that. But this stone does. What is with the beauty of that? And that's, again, top quality aqua for you. Best variety out there. Here's what it looks like on. That's such an important view because it does show you how very large the center stone is, how it has that ripple of light. Remember, I was pointing out this is very much like an emerald cut, similar to an emerald cut in the way the faceting is performing inside the stone. It is a cushion, but it has a little bit of that emerald cut influence to it. And yes, we are literally 5 minutes and a half away from that top of the hour, my absolute, when I say my favorite, I'm talking about, forget my own personal taste. I always know it doesn't matter. My personal taste is likely not your personal taste. I'm talking about my favorite ring to present because it's beloved and because it's one of our most iconic looks and because it's a big value, or at least I'm going to make it a big value tonight. So it will be a favorite of yours, I have a feeling as well. But that's coming up in 5 minutes. So if you like this one, $13.99 is the price tag. Like to remind you of some of the pieces we had earlier, just in case you join us a little bit later in the evening. Jess, did you get the tanzanite? Nobody did yet. Tanzanite is here. But a lot of the pieces today have been going after the fact. We've only got 5 pieces left from our first 2 hours, so keep that in mind. And if there's any requests at all, we haven't had any tonight, so we'd love to hear those as well. So if there's anything you're looking for that we can bring out for you, this is the night to do it. So here we go. Coming up, $13.99 on that one. This is a 3-carat stone, though. So for those of you that are looking at this in terms of, because I think that's what we do to really, value is not really value unless you have something to compare it to, am I right? If you knew that there was a $100,000 car and then somebody's selling that same $100,000 car for $10,000, you probably know that's a value. But how would you know it if you have no experience with that particular automobile, right? And I think that we have to look back and remind you that this is a nearly 3-carat stone. When we have had 3-carat aquamarines here of the same variety, of course, because it's really what we specialize in. When we've had the 3-carat stones here, what do they go for? Well, I can tell you because I'm the one presenting them. They're usually $4,000 and $5,000, not $13.99. We've kind of done a flip of the numbers there. Like if you were playing a game show and you had to arrange the numbers how you thought the price would be, right? You'd probably guess $93.19 before you'd guess $13.99. So this is where you've got that value, right? And of course, it could be $3,900. It's not that either. And that would be very much what we see time and time again with our aquamarines. This is just a different value here tonight because it's kind of what we do. Don't tell anybody, but it's what we do on Thursday night. So it's kind of like if you were to watch one night a week out of all the nights or all the days, I would recommend being here on a Thursday because that's not a normal price tag right there. So take a good look at it. $13.99, one caller only on that one. Then I want to show you I might as well this is just purely for fun. It's a ruby that is outstanding. 2 carat 37, I can honestly say that out of all the rubies we've had, and we presented our fair share of Burma rubies over the years, but this is not what they normally look like. And we bring great rubies, but this is that men's ring or ladies ring, 2 carat 37, just want to show it. This is bragging. This is just bragging rights here. This is look what we have. It's just one of those. It's just outstanding material. They're not normally like this. I need another ruby. I need to show you what they normally look like. Oh, I got one. Here you go. And no offense to this poor carat 70 I'm about to put up that is 4777 ring, but for the record, let's take a look, because sometimes this helps. There it is. There's the difference. Now, if I was just showing this, you go, whoo, what a good ruby, and it is. But just purely, I know they're different mountings, I know they're different cuts, I know they're different sizes, but look at the colors, please, of the side-by-side. I think if I had my way, we would do this every single time. We would show you not just within our realm of jewelry, but we'd show you ours versus theirs, right? This is really where seeing them side by side helps, I think, to tell the story of why there's a different price tag here with the men's ring. Not only the fact that it goes from a carat 70 size to a 2 carat 37, and obviously more gold and more diamond weight, but you're also getting a very special price tag. If anybody would like this, so let's move that aside. I just wanted to make sure you're aware that when you hear me go on and on about a ruby color, and I've been doing this a while, and I've been lucky. I've been really lucky. I've sold mostly, not entirely, but mostly Burma rubies. I had a couple years at a different network right before this one where I was selling Mozambique material. And that was fine and well too, and it was a great quality and value. But honestly, these Burma stones are where my heart lies. This is a very special stone. When you hear me go on and on about the color, I wanted you to see it plain as day, right side by side with another. So 237, 75 points in diamonds. If anybody would like it, I'm not kidding, it's close to $1 million. It really is. That's the kind of quality we have in this variety. It's 112-3197. It's kind of a bragging right stone here. We trotted it out in this heavy gold mounting. I love the way the diamonds are set on the sides here as well. They're actually elevated. And then you get, look at the details here. It's a first row of channel set. And then you've got the beautiful bead set on the outside in that double halo. So that's going to be a really pretty stone. The diamond weight is 75 points, and it's in the yellow gold. And if you'd like to get a little price tag on it or a nice little price reduction, I'd be happy to give that to you. It's not, I don't want to scare people away before our top of the hour, which is 30 seconds from right now, but that is an exquisite and important, and I know we have gentlemen out there who collect really unusual pieces. Ruby, I wouldn't say is an unusual stone, i.e. we've all heard of it. You know, there are stones we can bring that you've probably not heard of until they're introduced. This is a stone we know, we understand, we know it's a classic, but we don't get to see that quality very often, so I wanted to bring it out to you and bring you an incredible value. It is, I mean, really, truly, we should be asking about $245,000 for it because of the size, the clarity, the glow, and everything else you're getting. If you do really see this in your future, and that's the ruby ring you've been waiting for, give me a call. We'll help you out. I'm going to be showing you the top of the hour here in just a moment. I want to give that one last look, though, for anybody who did just pop in for our top of the hour, and we want to say welcome to our big Thursday night finale. We've got a last hour here, and like I said, call me and we'll help you out. If you like that piece, honestly, I really want to make it happen for you, but I'm about to embark on something that will probably be my last time ever showing this to you. I can almost guarantee it. So this is because a couple of reasons. We don't have, and welcome to the show, by the way. If you are just tuning in, glad you're with us. It's our last hour together tonight, and I want to welcome you to a big Thursday, but this has been quite the day for value, and it's not going to stop yet. So stay with me for the next 5 minutes, because whether you've seen this or not, whether you own this or not, I would love to hear from you if you own this, because through the years, I've had this. I've been here 7.5. I've probably had this ring 5 times. So on average, about once every year and 3 months, I have got to say it's my favorite ring. It has nothing to do with my personal taste, although I like it and I would wear it in a heartbeat. That's not what I'm talking about when I say it's my favorite. I say it's my favorite because it is one that I know you've responded well to. How can you not? It's one of the classic rings we do if you like a lot of diamond weight. That is, I tell you right now, if you're into small, diminutive, diamond-less jewelry, we're probably not the place you want to shop anyways, because everything we does have diamonds. But if you are somebody who can go a little bit, you know, high-end, if you don't shy away from high-end, opulent, lots of diamond weight. Maybe it's your everyday, maybe it's your new wedding ring, maybe it's a right-hand ring, maybe it's something you wear on an index or middle finger because it's certainly got the size to balance well there, or maybe it's your special occasion piece, or maybe it's that celebration ring. That reminder of that milestone accomplished. Maybe it's the motivating factor that's going to motivate you to get going on that goal. Maybe it's the retirement piece, the birthday, the anniversary. I love our yellow diamonds for anniversaries because most people start their wedded bliss with a diamond, most. And sometimes after years and years go by, you love that white diamond. Maybe you've had it for 2, 3, 4, 5 decades and you love the sentimentality of it, but you're looking for a little upgrade. Well, an instant upgrade is a color of diamond, and they're more rare than ever before. And so what we're going to do, and the reason this is the last time we're going to see it, is because we are now over 2 years running now with no new yellow diamonds. None. Not one new yellow diamond has come from the outside in. And we remember our manufacturer of jewelry. So we don't just buy jewelry that's finished that someone else made that went through 8 different hands to get here. We make it ourselves. So everything begins with a center stone. A mounting is created around it. The center stone is set in that mounting, and then it's brought to you on the air. And that is how we operate. So when you see something like this, the reason we can't make it going forward is if we don't have any 1-carat yellow diamonds to offer, I can't make this ring. And this has been an icon here. If you like big diamond weight, it's just shy of 3 carats in total weight here. The center stone is a little upgrade. Usually when I have this ring, it's a 1-carat center. This time it's a 101 center. I gotta tell you, this ring is everything and more. And if I can do this right on a quiet Thursday in our very last hour, and the last time we get to present this ring, likely, it is going to be your moment to say, oh, thank goodness I was here at this very moment because I was in the right place at the right time, and there's just no 2 ways about it. You are going to want to be a part of this because sometimes, and I don't usually say, buy it because it's a deal. I would actually say quite proudly, buy it because it's a deal. And you know what? I think it's going to be your new favorite ring. I really do. It is massive. It is beautiful, every diamond. I know we're going to focus on that yellow diamond in the center, but when you look at what's around it here, and each and every white diamond, round brilliant, here it is. This is just, might as well be called 112 FAVE because it's my fave. It's my absolute favorite ring to bring to you here at the show. It's not my own design. I have plenty of my own designs. I've had a lot of rings that I've loved over the years that I love for the value, or I love that you love it, or I love that it's an iconic universal piece. Well, this is all of that too. But it also happens to be just one incredible value. And I'm going to love to hear from you if you want to be on the phone lines. You know, I kind of was a little bit leery having gone through 2 hours in this show. I was a little leery about maybe today's not the day to bring it out. And a lot of you said, no, we want to see it. We want to know more about it. We want to learn about this 1120561 FAVE 101 center stone. 101 natural. I got to remind you because there's a lot of new people shopping tonight. And it's not a treated stone. It's not heat treated. It's not irradiated. This is a natural from the Argyle Mine stone. The reason we don't have new yellow diamonds coming, and I can say that, is because we've been to every trade show pretty much for the last 2 years since they kind of opened up after the pandemic. We've been, to every one of those trade shows, both internationally and domestically. We have probably the most well-known buying team in the biz, and we haven't been able to get one deal for you on a diamond. And I'll be honest, we set ourselves up for this. When you offer diamonds at the deals we do every single day for years and years at a time, it makes it very difficult to top yourself, right? Because when you have values and then you head out to the world to find jewelry and you realize that stones loose go for more and more and more every time. By the way, every time we're at a trade show, the price, same diamonds. They're the same dealers with the same diamonds on the same displays, just a different location. And guess what? They go up. The diamonds are the same, but as months go by, as weeks go by, they go up. We're anticipating Tucson was literally a couple of weeks ago. There's a show next week in Hong Kong. Yeah, a little farther to travel, but we're going. We'll see all the same people. We'll see all the same diamonds, and they won't budge on the price. And they're okay with that because they're selling to everyone else. Because the wholesalers, they know. They're getting a deal still. It just doesn't add up to our standard. it doesn't match what we need to bring you. So with all that said, you're getting a carat 96 in diamonds around it. That is 297 total weight in a classic style. But I really want you to notice that every single one of those white diamonds, and I mean every last one of them, every one of them is huge. They're all VS, of course, including the yellow diamond center stone. That's also a VS cushion cut square. And all of this ring totals tallies up. I'm just going to show you the piece. It's $18,493 for that ring. And instead, that's today's price. We've been talking about this quite honestly and openly, as we always do. $7,000 is what you pay on a single solitary 1 carat yellow diamond that's natural in today's wholesale environment. That is where it's tricky. When you start adding 2 carats in VS diamonds, well, that's why you get to $18,500 essentially. Let me try this on. I know you're going to love it. It's a big ring, yes. Is it small? Is it petite? Is it diminutive? Is it shy? No, 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 and no. But if you like a lot of diamond weight, come on in, because I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what it's going to take tonight to get this out the door, but I know it's going to be good, because here's the deal. When I first had this ring, and I love this story because it's an actual fact, and some of you might have been here watching. 5 years ago, 5.5 actually, this was my very first yellow diamond here at TVON. It was the very first one. I was kind of new then. I wasn't the only host back in those days. And guess what? They gave it to me and they said, we want you to debut our first natural yellow diamond. And it was $6,500 then, nearly 6 years ago. And now it's better. So here's what I'm going to do. $6,500, it's not going to be. There's today's price. And then let's go to the nearly 6 year ago price. Shows you what a difference 6 years makes. Yes, Tim? Okay. Oh, good. Hi, Jan. That was Jan, right? Jen. Am I saying it right? Jen or Jan? Jen. Thank you, Jen. Thank you so much. She got a champagne and pink diamond ring. She loves it. So that was kind of her to let us know. Tony, the silence is deafening in here. So this is why I was toying with the idea of maybe we got to skip this and put this on another day. They will not let me put it on a Saturday. They will not let me put it on a Sunday. We don't have enough to go around. We don't have the yellow diamonds that, listen, it's got to be on a night like this. And this is perfect. But also, if you loved it at 65, you'd be calling in saying sold, bye-bye, I'll take it. Here's what I'm going to do instead. It's going to go on the auction block. There has not been a yellow diamond 1 carat or more under a single price. And this goes back to my loose gem days here. We did a little mini series about 2 years ago where I had 6 months worth of every Thursday night was loose gems. I think that this being a Thursday night, it only makes sense to offer you a loose gem price, doesn't it? But we're going to require an auction to do that, because otherwise I'm kind of stuck with 65 minimum. So here's what I'll do instead. If you would like to get a loose yellow diamond price, maybe even better, who knows? Because I know the loose diamond price right now here, or at least 2 years ago when we had loose yellow diamonds, in the 1 carat size, without gold, without the 196 of side diamonds, we all know those were $4,500. Well, guess what? Here we've added a lot. It's easily a $2,000 mounting, so I think you see why 6,500 is great. We're not going to do 6 or 55 or 5,000 or 45 or even $4,000 for this entire ring. So not only is that a really exquisite stone price for the loose stone, which it's obviously not. I don't want to make anyone think you're getting a loose stone and you're going to have to set it up. This is all set, but that is where I think the value comes into really sharp focus, and we get to really experience value together. But this is a weird night. So here's the deal. It's why we do these shows live, so we can adjust in a minute. Otherwise, you could have AI technology and a robot with blonde hair going selling stuff, right? But we have to adjust on the fly. We have to. We have to make amendments, and we have to figure out a way when, you know, when your back's against the wall and the chips are stacked against you, you still got to move jewelry. So here's how we're going to do it. And this is why I thought probably not the night to bring it out. We're bringing it out. We're doing it. We're selling it to somebody. So come on in, because it's not going to be 4,000. This is where it should be. Should be 35. Would be a great deal on the loose stone, but you're not getting a loose stone. It's got this entire ring. It is 297 total weight in one of the best looking two-tone mountings. It's all 14K. It is your beautiful designer ring that, let me warn you about something. My mom has a yellow diamond that I gifted her a couple years ago. It's a 1 carat yellow diamond. It's in a yellow and white diamond mounting. And I got to tell you, she lives in a flashy place. It's called Las Vegas. You've probably heard of it. When she goes out on the town, which I'll admit, she's in her, early 70s. She's not on the town as much anymore as she used to be. But let me tell you something. She goes to one of the, I would say, one of the most glamorous cities in the world, out in the town, and she wears her yellow diamond ring, and I'm telling you, a crowd draws. A crowd starts to form. And it looks like, suddenly the high roller people, the VIP, concierge, what do they call them? See, I'm not a high roller. I'm never there. Those people, they come out, they start, oh, Miss Linda, how can we help you tonight? Is this going to be something? Can we comp a room for you? Can we set up a seat for you at the reserved poker table in the back room? All this stuff, right? It's the jewelry. It's the jewelry. So here's what we're going to do, guys. It's not $3,500. It's not going to be $3,000. I don't know if we're going to sell it tonight because I don't know. I don't know. The fact that we have nobody on the phone lines yet, and this is a fabulous classic. If you like big, bold jewelry, you go here. You have my personal promise that you will love this ring. You really will. It's an exquisite VS stone. It's a cushion cut square. It's actually a 101, which might not sound like a big deal, but it is, because a 1 carat versus a 101, the 101 is more valuable. The diamond weight you're getting around it is tremendous, and we are not going to even auction it off at $3,000 because I'm still sitting here waiting for a phone to ring. And I don't take this lightly. I'm a journalist by trade. I'm not a shopping person. I'm a shopper, but not a shopping sales. This is not my career choice, but here we are, 22 years later, right? I got to tell you something. When I tell you we're under our own factory cost, which is about, 35 feet behind that camera, I am meaning that sincerely to you. If you think a piece of jewelry like this can be made for $3,000, we need to get you up to date with today's diamond world, because there is no way. There's a lot of lab-grown junk out there. That would not be $3,000. If this was lab-grown, if this was a heavily treated yellow diamond, it would not be $3,000. Here's the deal. I'm going to try something for the sheer desperation of it. And there's that word again. I have to do something even crazier than $3,000. And you know what? Forget about even the auction. I don't want this to even be a competition, except, well, it kind of is, because you have to be the first caller. I don't even want this to be $29.99. We're scrapping the auction. This is it. I've spent enough time on it. It's a great value already, and the fact I'm having to go even lower to sell it is ridiculous. Because truly, and I mean that with all due respect, this is a value beyond. Sold this many, many times over. 5 times that I've had this, and never would you see $29.99 ever let this one stick around. This is a different night, though. And this is the night where you still have you get the money back guarantee, guys. You get the money back guarantee. You get to decide when you get it home, do you like it? Is it something you love? Because if you're not absolutely over the moon, ecstatic, jumping for joy, you need to send this back to me. And we'll take it back in a second, because we need the yellow diamonds. Because there's going to be a time, probably November of 2024, when it's like holiday season in full swing, and we got jingle bells playing in the background, and we got wreaths up here on the set, and people are going to go, where's your yellow diamonds at? And we're going to go, oh, those sold out in February. Oh yeah, I had my last one in February. Sorry. Mother's Day is going to roll around, and then we got, summertime, and you're going to go, I need that big yellow diamond. Let me go to TVON. We're not going to have them. You think the blue wing block Ds are in dire straits? Yellow diamonds are even worse. And it's not $29.99. I'm selling it. And you know what? We have a call ringing. Now, the fact the phone is ringing doesn't mean one thing. It's probably somebody dialing the wrong number looking for the pizza delivery man. It's okay. It's okay. But I'm going to sell it for the cheapest price you've ever seen, and you're going to thank me. At least I hope you do, because I'm taking a huge risk doing this. And I know it's not exactly the best idea, and it's serious silliness here, because we're going to do something really wild. And nobody's even, you're not thinking about it, not verifying. Now, Andy, I know you were trying to get my attention earlier. Was there some pressing matter that I should know about? Are we not broadcasting? Oh, okay. I'm kidding, but go ahead.
Rebecca online was just saying that she has this ring in all white diamonds.
Wait, she has it in all white diamonds. I remember it. Rebecca online, that is important. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. Rebecca online, I think she's watching on Facebook. If it's Rebecca B, hi Rebecca. She just said she has this ring, but with a white diamond. Sorry, Rebecca, it's beautiful. I remember it, but it's not as valuable as a yellow diamond. We all know that, right? She has the version in white diamonds. Now, I don't remember exactly what you paid, Rebecca, but she just told us she got it appraised. The appraisal came back 4 times what she paid. 4 times. And hers, with, again, all due respect, is a white diamond. A white diamond is not as valuable as a yellow diamond. That is a sheer, honest to goodness fact of the world. So, you know, that's the way it is. And I remember it, it's beautiful. If you want to get a yellow diamond, this is it. And I keep thinking it's just going to sell at $29.99. Even if you want it desperately, you need to call me and do not pay $29.99. This is, well, this is why I love this ring so much. I love the ring at $65. I love the ring at $29.99. The fact I'm taking this even lower, and by the way, you can choose your gold color. We don't say that all the time. If you want the body of the ring where all the white diamonds are set to be in yellow gold or rose gold, I don't recommend it at all, but you can do it. If you only wear yellow gold, and that is your beef with this ring right now, is that I need it in yellow, so sorry, Lolo, you're up a creek, I don't want it. We'll do it. I'll do it in all yellow, I'll do it in all white, I'll do it in rose. I don't recommend the rose at all. But if you want to change this, right now it's in yellow gold just for the setting of the 101 in the center. It's the rest of it in white gold. I'm sorry, I'm hearing phones ring, so there might be people on hold. I got to tell you, we don't have a lot of operators here because I guess I don't sell that much on a Thursday. But hey, it was the weekend and we had to spend an hour and a half on one ring. So, you know, even the weekends, we're a little limited on operators. So please be patient if you're waiting to get through because we're going to bring some operators out from dinner time. But I got to tell you, it's not going to be $29.99. I got to make sure it goes. And we have somebody over here who's calling with a testimonial, which is great, right? I'd love to hear from you if you bought this ring a year ago, 2 years ago. Maybe you got the original 5.5, 6 years ago, and you paid $6,500. I hope you still love it. I hope you still see the value in $6,500. I hope it doesn't offend you that it's less tonight, but it is, and it's not $29, and it's not even going to be $2,900 even, or even $2,899. I'm going lower. I cannot end this show, and I know there's only 40 minutes left, and guess what? We might be on this one for 40 minutes because I'm going to wait here until it sells. So somebody needs to get it. And it's already $28.99. Do we have it gone? Is it sold? Is it done? Is it gone? Because I'm not waiting for this. Listen, it doesn't get better than this, and we don't have any more new yellow diamonds. And I know we're headed to Hong Kong, and we're going to make that big trip. I don't personally go because I'm here with you guys, and it's a big trip, right? The most I can do is get to like New York and back in one day. I've done it, and I do it all the time, but I got to tell you, it's not easy. So again, we're having our buyers go to Hong Kong. I don't anticipate them coming back with one single yellow diamond, no matter what the size, especially a 101. And it's not even, hold on, it's not gone yet. Wow. It's still here. You still have a chance to dial in. You can still get it. I can't say that for the next 60 seconds, but at this very moment, it is here and you can still get it if you're fast. I'm going to go even lower on the price. So if that is a reason to dial in, well, start going now. Dial that number. If you've never shopped here before, we've had a number of new registers tonight making their very first TVON purchase, and I think we can see why if you've witnessed any of these values. But this is what we're going to do. It's not even $28.88. I'm going lower for you. I'm going lower because I want you to try this ring. And again, you've got 2 weeks. Once it gets there to your doorstep, once you open it up, it's in your size, it's in your gold color, it's shipped to your doorstep for free. You don't pay tax outside of the state of California. If you reside in any one of the states beyond California, you don't even have to pay a sales tax fee. So that's just how it works. And I'm sorry for our Californians. Listen, I feel your pain. You know, but if you don't live here in California, you don't even pay tax. Which, I don't know, right now is saving about $300 alone. So here's the deal. It's not $28.88. It's not even going to be, and this is obscenely low. So please don't think, oh, maybe there'll be something like that over the weekend or next week or next month or in springtime or summer. Nope. This is it. This is your chance to get it. Try it. I love this ring because I know how classic and I know how beautiful it is. And believe it or not, I don't think the television does it justice. I think you need to see, because our broadcasts are not that great. They're not usually in HD. If you're watching on TV, you're actually sometimes better off watching online. My own mom gets me on TV. She doesn't ever turn me on TV because it's a better quality on her phone. So you can watch on your phone, a tablet, a computer, and you're really going to see the brilliance of these diamonds because let me tell you, TV broadcasts are not HD and they do not, therefore, do this ring justice. But it's not going to be $28.88 either. I'm still waiting for this one to go. It's got to go. I can't leave it here. It's got to go. And it's not $28.88. This is what I live to do, is bring you value. Let me tell you, there is no better value in yellow diamonds. And we could go back retroactively to all these years of bringing yellow diamonds, and we have not had a value like this. Take advantage of it. Watch this, because it's not even $28.88. I'm going to try it on again, because that's what I hear some of you asking is, can I see that on the hand again? It's also not even $28.50 or $2,800. This is the value of a lifetime. Forget about of the show or of our network or of our diamond rings. This is the value of a lifetime. And listen, if that's too big for you and your ring finger, watch this. Look how beautiful it looks on a middle finger. I'm going to show you how beautiful it looks on an index finger even. That's how some of you have chosen, I know, to wear this design, because it is so large. Look at that. I've got a size 7. I'll manipulate it here. You can see it on the middle finger and on the index finger as well, because it is a larger ring, and the diamonds are still going to go down the sides. It's not even $2,800. Let's blow it out. I need to sell it. You need to have it. If you're even halfway thinking about it, do yourself a favor and say yes tonight. You will never regret it. We see regret one time here with our viewers, and I'm going to put it right back on the ring finger, Tony, just so everyone can see it there. You know what? We hear regret only happens around here when it's something you don't buy, when it's something you don't get, thinking you're going to find something else, thinking you're going to see the value again, thinking you're going to find something somewhere else entirely. No, it's not possible. It is $2,799, and let's give it a 30. No, you know what? 60 seconds is fair. Yes. Of course. Here's the back and the way it's finished and built from the inside out. There it is. This is what's called an undergallery. It's not a dome style, but look at how you have this finishing. Let me show you here. It's a little easier to see from this angle. See how it's got a platform of gold that sits the whole basket? I don't mean it's like sitting 2 inches off the hand, but there's a tiered stack style. You see how the outer halo then gets a little bit taller when you get to the first halo, and then you get to the center stone? Yes? It's, again, guys, this is a, first of all, so do you know how when we talk about yellow diamonds, guys, we have somebody who's saying, I don't get this. Why is it so cheap? Lolo is in full-on Lolo mode, and I mean L-O-W, L-O-W here. That is a, now, by the way, Tony, if we were being really careful about this, it has nothing to do with the TVON price. That price that's up there has everything to do with my quick and dirty little Thursday night crazy price. This is an LOLO price, not a TVON price. That's what that is. So forgive me. Oh, jewelry gods above, please, please, oh, please forgive my ridiculous low prices on this fine jewelry. This yellow diamond is spectacular. It is a saturated color. It is not the light canary yellows that you typically see in natural material elsewhere, where it's barely their color, where you know my beef with that. Then you can't tell if it's a white diamond or if it's a really good natural yellow diamond. You want a yellow diamond to look like a ray of sunshine, but with brilliance. That's what this is. A ray of sunshine with complete and utter VS clarity brilliance on full display here. And one of the most, and again, we can talk about the center stone all day, but that big mounting, that carat 96 deserves some love. That carat 96 inside diamonds is one of our, you guys know it if you watch the show. We do some of the big saddle rings are carat 90 and a carat 70. We do some of the big hefty, you know, the other rings that we do with the big diamond weights, like the other double halo style we'll see with a pear shape. That's a carat 73. This is one of the largest diamond weights we do as far as what's on the sides. I know it's all about that center stone, and that is valuable. But isn't it delightful to see that you have a carat 96 on the sides? Questions? Anybody? I would keep it as is right now. It's two-tone. To be clear, your yellow diamond 101 center stone is set in yellow. The rest of the ring is set in white gold. And to be clear, that's how I would recommend it. I would not do a thing except to tell your operator what size you need. That is the only thing I would do, is say, what size do you need for where you're going to wear it? And if you're not sure, make your best guess. We can always, if you want to send it back to us, because let's say you get it way wrong or way off, you can always send it back to us and we will size it for free. You would pay for the shipping to and from, but we would actually resize it for you if need be. So you're never lost on an island by yourself. You can always do that locally if you get it wrong. Like I said, we do quarter, we do half, we do 3/4 and full sizes. So if you're always saying, well, I can always go into a jewelry store and I could spend $300,000 on that same ring, and then even then I got to size it, right? Do not pay a penny extra. Listen, there's no extras here. There's no extra fees. There's no extra charge. There's no membership fee. There's no buyer's premium on auctions, right? This, obviously, I abandoned the auction. So probably would have been better off waiting it out and being a little more patient. I just got rid of the auction, which, by the way, wasn't supposed to be this low anyways to start, and here we are just giving it away. When you're getting $297 in diamonds, I recommend it as is in the yellow and the white. It allows each of those diamonds to be set in the proper gold to show them off beautifully. So I think if you're confused, don't be. Just say, I'll take it the way it is. Let us know your ring size. If you're an average ring size for a woman, usually an average ring size for a lady is a 7. But you'll probably know in the general vicinity of where you are, even if it's been a while since you purchased a ring. Think about it. If you're shopping for a gift idea, remember that this is one of those that I'm going to tell you, I love giving gifts that have a higher perceived value than what I had to pay. Because, you know, one day it'd be nice to be able to spoil my loved ones and spend very, very, very generously and opulently on, you know, $1 million cars and $10 million houses. But until that's reality, I'd like to smart shop, and I'd like to give something that still in jewelry looks like I spent a couple $100,000, because guess what that would be? And instead, you get it for under $2,800 tonight. And that's a beautiful thing, because if you live in today's world, like, see, my big vice, and I know some of you guys, it's jewelry, right? Me too. But my really, really, really big vice in life is designer handbags. And I'm not talking about a $100 bag. I'm talking about designer handbags, which have sadly gone from being $3,000 and $4,000 to literally $8,000, $9,000, and $10,000 without even trying hard. And it's a different world, right? And don't think that for a second just leather's gone up. Diamonds and gold have gone up tenfold. So if you look at the price and the way everything's gone up, from the eggs that you make your omelet with in the morning to the breads you put in the toaster oven to, you know, designer clothes, handbags, shoes, cars, houses, everything else. Well, jewelry's done that too, except it's actually very valuable material that at the end of the day is worth something. I had this discussion literally today with a loved one, is that what do we have in life? Yes, there are sentimental things that we own that are, you know, meaningful and special because they're passed down through the generations, and there's something our grandmother owned or our mom owned, right, that are family heirlooms. And then that might have absolutely no worth whatsoever. It might be a beautiful bowl that just, you know, a beautiful piece of artwork that's not a Picasso, but maybe it has meaning because of who it belonged to, right? So much of life, and that's what's so precious and really priceless about the things our possessions in life that mean something. But then oftentimes that is jewelry. And I think a lot of our smart and wise shoppers here, they don't just buy to enjoy something now in the present moment themselves, but they're thinking ahead to the future generations who will also love owning this ring, also love wearing this ring. And guess what? 10 years from now, 50 years from now, 100 years from now, this is still in style. This is a lot more valuable than it is today. And today it's pretty valuable, not $27.99, but a lot more valuable today. So there's very little that we can say that about. There are things that have sentimental value, and then there are things that have intrinsic value. This could be both. And that's why I think so many people so rightfully choose to invest and collect jewelry. Fine jewelry, there's a difference between regular jewelry and fine jewelry. But when you're able to get high-end designer pieces that are, in this case, let's think about the statistics here. The Argyle mine, which was the #1 producer of the best diamonds in the world, including yellows, shut down several years ago. It hasn't reopened. It's not going to reopen. There's no mine that's out there to take its place for quality. That has helped to really drive, just in the last couple of years, it's driven the price of all the fancy colors of diamonds up tremendously. And that will continue to happen. It's the same reason why we're at wholesaler shows negotiating with some of our best buddies from the industry, and they're asking us $7,000 for just that center stone. Just that center stone. If you want a light quality, they're asking us, one of the biggest, the most well-known family in the entire gem world, who backs TVON, they're asking them face-to-face $7 grand for that center stone. Can you see why we're not bringing these values back? Do you see why we're not just jumping for joy at the chance to say, all right, box up 10 of them, we'll take them back to LA and make some jewelry for our viewers? We can't do that. We could, but the ring you're seeing here should absolutely be $18,500 or more. Now, the good news is that would still beat the pants off of everybody, retail and wholesale. That's still going to be the deal right there at $18,493. That's going to beat everybody else out there. I can stand up here and truthfully be proud of that price. The fact that I can make it tonight, $27.99 instead, is even better. So that's the deal, guys. And this is why you need to pick up this ring. And I try, again, this is kind of it's a different world. I'm not a presenter. We have, guys, we'll be honest. This is not just as simple as put up a graphic and let the thing sell itself. We're not selling $20 items, right? We're selling something that has that intrinsic value times 10, 20, 30. You just heard somebody who bought the white diamond ring, the white diamond version with a white diamond center stone in the middle. She got it appraised for 4 times what she paid. Forgive me, Rebecca, I don't remember exactly what you paid, but let's say it was $2,800. So that appraised, and by the way, appraisals are not retail value. Just so you're clear, people oftentimes think that an appraisal would be synonymous with what you'd see walking down Rodeo Drive. No, appraisals are actually estimated retail replacement cost. It's a lot of times just a straightforward, like what would the thing actually cost to replace? It doesn't incur or doesn't actually think about or include what would be your retail markup, because you know. And people say this all the time. Well, how can you give a retail value? That's why I don't. I don't give you retail values because you're in a different place than I'm at, right? If you're in the city of Los Angeles, things might be a little bit differently priced than if you're in a more rural area in you know, a smaller town, a smaller city, right? If you don't have the big designer houses, right? It doesn't matter. And I'm not saying the little mom and pop shops are going to be any better necessarily. It's just that every place is different, right? And now the diamond world is confusing. I'll admit it. I'm not sure if the fine jewelry world is going to be around that much longer because nobody's really selling fine jewelry anymore, right? It's all lab grown. It's all man-made. It's pretty much all we're being kind of forced to buy, because you walk into a jewelry store now, even the ones that used to sell real diamonds, and now they're not. And it's kind of shocking. We've seen this all change just within the last, it's like been a little progression, but it's escalating. It's accelerating. We're seeing more and more and more. It's just the opportunity to buy real, genuine, from the earth, at the end of the day, valuable, increasing in valuable stones. Honestly, there's not much left out there. So we are proud to bring you these values, because if we don't, who will at this point, right? Who will? $27.99, I would try it. I would truly try this and really, again, I think sometimes right place, right time. I'm a big believer in that. Maybe it's a glitch in the matrix, who knows? Whatever it is, right? However you want to rationalize this moment in time, you're here for it. You're here for it. And you should take advantage of it. How are we doing? Any requests, Andy, that we should get to before the night is over? Did Rebecca ever mention what she paid for that white diamond ring? I don't necessarily need her to broadcast that to everybody. I'm just trying to rack my brain what it was. I'm going to assume it was somewhere around this price, maybe more. For whatever reason, $39.99 sticking in my head. So, you know, 4 times the price appraisal, and that was a white diamond. Obviously, yellow diamonds are, they're just inherently more valuable. There are fewer of them in this earth, right? There are a lot fewer now than there were a few years ago. So we're going to give it a final 60 seconds, and then we're going to be on our way. We've got a last call on the show here. We have about 25 minutes left. Apologies for getting on my, we'll call it my little seller soapbox here, because it just really, it's something I believe in. I believe in this. I want you to try it. Obviously, I'd like for you to try any piece of jewelry that crosses our airwaves that you like, that you're attracted to, that you would enjoy wearing. I want you to try anything and everything that appeals to you. But honestly, when something is of this status level, there's very little in the fine jewelry world that gets to the level of natural yellow diamonds, especially in a 1 carat plus like this is, in a VS quality like this is. There's very little that's going to compare, right? We understand that, we know that. As jewelry lovers, and whether you're really a novice in the fine jewelry world or whether you are a total, like, we've got people in the biz that watch this show. They ain't just watching, they're shopping the show too. So whatever your stage of jewelry knowledge is, whatever your background with fine jewelry is, this is just a tough one to top. And that's why I'm recommending it so strongly. That's why I'm giving it a little extra time than we normally do. It's just for new shoppers, for veteran shoppers, for anybody who doesn't have a yellow diamond, quite frankly, people that do have a yellow diamond. Wherever you stand, it just is not a better value. And listen, I know the reality, and the reason I'm spending time on it tonight is because this is not the piece we get to see time and time again. I know what we have and what we don't have. And so when you look at the reality of, you can watch in March, April, May, June, July, and we're not going to see this ring. Here it is on the hand one more time. You got to see it. It's just such a stunning piece. And remember, $297 is your, we always break it down because it's important to know what that center stone is. I always marvel at designers who just, put together a diamond weight and say, here it is, this is the diamond weight you're getting, right? Well, you need to break it down when it becomes as important as that center stone is. Notice how from side to side, it's nothing but diamonds, and you get the same large diamonds, even on the accents on the band, that you're getting really good size here in that double halo round. Every one of those white diamonds. Listen, it's 196 is a tough carat weight to achieve in any sense, but how we get there, and we don't have 200 diamonds in that ring. We've got a lot fewer than that, which means they're big and they're important individually, and that is what's so incredible. Try it, you will love it. There's just there's so many ways to spend $3,000 very easily in today's accessory world, and most of the time it won't even get you a good leather handbag. And I know everybody's different, and that doesn't necessarily apply to every designer, but if you're looking at really high-end levels, it does not even get you a bag. That I'm a bag obsessed girl. I love a good bag. Let me tell you, that's where all my money goes, and it's shameful. But I got to say, when you have something that the bag is going to last a season or so, probably not going to be in style for every decade and every year going forward, and it may not be the piece that it's not going to have a lot of value when you use it once or twice or 3 times, and it's not going to have the value. There's just something so smart about shopping fine jewelry when it's a value like this. There's something so smart about it, because there's not a lot of ways in today's world that you can maximize your dollar the way you can when you have fine jewelry at this kind of value. So highly recommend it. We're going to get on with our show. We have about 20 minutes left. And again, I've got some big tanzanite earrings to show you as well that probably should have been here earlier. But since we've got the values rolling, let's just go ahead and give away some tanzanite earrings, shall we? So call me on this one. I honestly, it would be easy to just keep on talking and keep on talking about this ring. It's just that good. I can't stop. When the value is that good, it's just fabulous. You got to try it. But look at what we have here that I've been talking about most of the night. Finally, here they are. These are Blue Wing Block Ds, but obviously something you have not seen much of, because from the start, we've never had too many of the smaller sizes that make an earring like this possible. So you're getting that now. It's item number 1119896, and thank you so much. If you are choosing to shop that yellow diamond ring, thank you so much, because it's a good one. And here we are with our 86 points total weight in Blue Wing Block D tanzanite oval stones with 18 points in the diamond halos as well. And if I may, let's come in a little bit closer and take a good look at those. Ooh, see, a small stone can also give you red flash when they're Blue Wing Block Ds. These definitely do. And it is a wild value coming your way, because here we are now at the very end point of the show, and really have got to wow you right away with some very important stones. And these are it, in white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold as well. You get to decide what gold color do you want. Now, one more thing to point out about this post and backing. It's a post and butterfly. However, the post is oriented towards one side of the oval. So they're really intended to sit like this, which I'll show you on if you want to. That's not a big deal. If you put that backing on taut enough, you can kind of rotate them how you want. So I wouldn't think if this is the deal breaker. If you want to wear them east to west, you may, but this is really how they're intended to be set in the ear. And you can see the post is not at the very top, so it's still going to give you piercing coverage, which I think is very important as someone who speaks from a very stretched out piercing perspective. Let's take a look at this on. That'll give you a look at the size here that you're getting, top to bottom. Very, very special. And here's the length they're going to give you. It is still a stud. They're going to be 3/8 of an inch from top to bottom there. You can see again that perspective of the great halo design. There's a little separation between the center and the halo, which is intentional there. It's kind of really what the halo is designed to do. Obviously, we use that term rather frequently, depending on whether the stones are up close or giving a little bit more space around your center. But either way, it's that classic halo design. I think you could give these and know they're going to be appropriate for anybody in your circle, any jewelry lover. And what I think is so valuable about having Blue Wing Block Ds here in an earring finally, when obviously there's not too many in the option category here, is I think what's so great is that if you are one of the lucky ones that has a Blue Wing Block D, or 2 or 10 or 30, if you have Blue Wing Block Ds in your collection from us already, and let's say a ring, maybe a bracelet, maybe a pendant, unfortunately, you're going to need to get the earrings from us as well if you do want the match. Because like we've touched on before, if you go elsewhere, there are plenty of tanzanites out there, but you're going to be shopping a much lighter color, because they're not going to be Blue Wing Block D, and then they're going to be much lighter in saturation, and then they wouldn't naturally match with your other stones from us. So if you do want to have an earring that is going to be the match, you got to go here. And I'm proud to say they're really going to be affordable. Let's take another look at them close up, because you're going to choose that white, yellow, rose. You can even get more than one pair if you want. And if I start mentioning buying 2 or 3 pairs, the value is going to be good. And I'm not talking about, oh yeah, $14.99 like they're scheduled to be tonight. Nope, nowhere near. Not even close to what you pay. Are we ready for this? I don't know, because here we are at that point of the evening where now we've had that yellow diamond opportunity for a few minutes. And we are ready now to kind of save you a little extra money on some blue wing block D earrings. So fabulous, so wearable, giftable. Maybe this is the way, that person in your family, whether it's the daughter, the granddaughter, and she's been admiring your blue wing block D and wondering, why is it that I'm not seeing that quality tanzanite anywhere else? Maybe for gifting, right? For somebody who you're not sure what kind of ring style. Well, this is the style of earring that tends to work for one and all, right? It's a stud still, so it's not a drop, but it's giving you extra length, it's giving you bigger stones, it's giving you the diamonds, which then gives you a lot more overall look. So they're still important, right? They're worthy, because a lot of our blue wing block Ds, including that 728 we did tonight, are loaded with diamonds. They have a lot of importance to them. It's not just about the center stone. It's the way that we've added so much around them. Same thing's happening here. It would go with the most opulent or the most simple of blue wing block Ds, and that was really the point. But guess what? You're not loving $14.99, and that's okay, because they're not even going to be $999. And that earring is a deal at $999, but it's less. And we're going to make it a big finale for us tonight. Gifting, maybe those are your Easter eggs, right? Those are the Easter eggs. Those are going to be the Mother's Day gift, the treat yourself moment. Okay, now we got to get rid of $9.99, $8.88, $7.77. There have been no limits to the value we have brought you on this February 22nd evening. Thursday night, 22224 will go down in history as one of the major ones in value. And I don't see any reason why it should stop now. We don't, you know what, I have, if you'll be kind enough to let me know how many earrings you're getting, because I would not be surprised at all if people get 2 or 3 pairs. And we don't have a lot to go around. Obviously, they're blue wing block Ds. And we're going to make them better than $777. So there's that. And they're not going to be even $699. And now they are just an utter all-out giveaway. But there's now 1 pair gone. And let's go for the sellout. Let's try to get you a better price than even $699. And this is still with diamonds, with gold, with really, really, really good, strong, saturated, and you see the reds there coming through on those ovals. And yet it's not even going to be $699 for the pair. You let me know. We've only got a couple to go around. Now we're starting to, hey, that $699, once that hit home, we're starting to get busy on the phone lines, and no surprise why. I'm taking you even better. Value is the name of the game tonight. Would you like a pair? Again, same thing applies. Do not let these teeny tiny little prices fool you. This is the value that you want. This is the value you need. And you've got a money back guarantee to make sure you love them. So all you have to do is dial in, get a pair, get 2 or 3 pairs. Treat yourself and everybody you know in your circle that loves jewelry, that best friend, that daughter, that mom, that sister, whoever it is. Because when you see value like this, you know the deal. I have a shopper's rule. It's kind of a mantra in shopping. My mom and I have this rule. It's been applied to all the generations of females in our family know this rule. If you see a value that is unbelievable, you get one for everybody. You have to. It is the shopper's rule. It is the #1 shopper's rule. So, not everybody has access to TVON. We don't broadcast in every single household in America, right? So this is where you get more than 1 pair. And you know what? They're not even $699. We're crazy busy on the phone lines because everybody wants in on that deal. Everybody wants to get that $699 price tag, but they're not even that price. So if you haven't dialed in, if you're one of the few that haven't dialed in yet, go do it now, because we don't want you to miss out. They're not even going to be $699 for the pair. Let's make it even better. We're going to make them $599. And that's an incredible deal. One of many tonight. And this would also be a good time to ask questions if you have any questions on anything we saw, including the 728, which I think is still available from earlier. So if you want that 728 tansy, you let me know. Well, you got to get these. I mean, that's kind of, we're in must-have territory again, aren't we? The yellow diamond and now the tanzanite earrings. It is must have. You've got to try those. Again, beautiful on because it's still a simple stud, but with some extra, right? Studs could still imply just a little tiny stone in a basket and that's it. We added this halo of VS diamonds. You're still getting those really high-end, stunning VS diamonds. Boy, is this last hour magic, right? Some of the best values we've ever seen have been in this last just few minutes, right? This is the day to shop. It's a day where I'm saying, yeah, Mother's Day may seem way far away. I don't know if how are you going to see better values between now and then? Now in May, you got to shop now. Get the deals while they're here. This is I know Mom's Day is not till like May 12th, right? But this is the time. When are these values going to be popping in? You know the deal with the blue wings. We don't hardly have any left. And of course, when I was talking earlier about the stones we do have left, I was talking about, big stones and centerpieces and rings. Obviously, this is the surprise for the night here. And this is why we waited till, grand finale territory of our Thursday here to get you this special opportunity. And remember, in tanzanites, we're going to see a very different variety of zoisite on Sunday. So if you want to see those, we did have a little preview. We had one ring that sold immediately tonight. When we previewed it in the first hour, we are going to bring you 4 more of those unusual, exotic, multiple colored zoisite stones that are all unheated and natural. So if you are a tanzanite lover and just a lover of gemstones in general, you want to make sure you're with me on Sunday to see those, because on Sunday we're going to bring them out. And we've got these just 4 rings. It's just 4 rings, and they're all going to come out on Sunday, and they're really fascinating. They're kind of totally unique and fascinating stones, and I know we all love that $30,000 one, but these are going to be much more affordable, and they're even bigger. So we'll have those on Sunday. Make sure with me. We're back, obviously, with you guys. Tomorrow's an online show. Tomorrow evening, and then of course we've got our Saturdays and Sundays, which happen during the day, so make sure and join us at 10 a.m. Pacific for both of our Saturday and Sunday shows. But Sunday is the day we'll have those 4 rare unheated tanzanites. They're zoisites, they're tanzanites. I mean, technically they're unheated, multiple colored zoisites, but they are from the Tanzanian mine, same mine in which this blue wing block D is famed. And I got to just say, it's going to be quite the weekend ahead. So lots of great pieces besides that. I mean, that's going to take all of 5 minutes. We've got so much more to show you throughout. By the way, there's also an 18 karat 46 emerald cut here. If anybody's interested, we've got an 1846 tanzanite, which I'll flash for you. We got a couple of star rubies here to share with you. Not a whole lot available from the show, but if there is anything you want to check on, like we have the men's ruby, we have the incredible bicolor tourmaline, we've got the heart shape, kind of that mosaic heart shaped diamond necklace. Peridot earring studs were here. So just a reminder, if you wanted any peridot in your collection, I just want to give you a little reminder that we have these studs here. Look at this. If you want an earring collection, there's where you get your bright green here in the way of peridot. And these are the rounds, and it was item number 1818, just to remind you, because they were only $199 for the pair in also white, yellow, or rose gold. So I just figure, since we have earring lovers' attention here, might as well give you a little recap of those incredible peridots for $199 a pair, white, yellow, or rose gold. So you get to decide. Thank you on the tanzanites. Keep calling, because I think we might have a pair left awaiting you on the tanzanite opportunity. Want to make sure you get in. Also, we had that beautiful, remember that big pearl pendant we had earlier? That one's still here for $29.99. That's kind of an amazing deal. So let me recap that for you if you missed it. This has mostly champagne diamonds. It's got a full diamond weight here of 208. Look at that. That was one of those great designer pieces that I marked way down today. So just a reminder, that was item number 1120074. That's that large 14 millimeter gorgeous green blue Tahitian pearl. That's a 14 millimeter diameter. All of the pieces set in 18 karat gold. It's got black rhodium underneath your diamonds there, and then the very outer edge is the white diamonds. So it's 208 total weight. It's multiple colors of diamonds, including the champagnes and the white diamonds, and then we'll show it up close as well. But that's $29.99, so I think that's one of the buys of the night that's still got to go. We have 9 minutes left, so just a heads up on that as we go back to our peridot pair of earrings here. Studs, bright, gorgeous, August birthstone. whether you're saving for August or just wearing them now, to start enjoying that lavish, bright, gorgeous neon green color. It is as bold as it gets. So that's very special. $199 though doesn't buy you gold. Backings, that's tough to do. Like the wholesale world in gold, there are places that just sell findings and chains and things like that. And they sell those backings alone, the baskets and the findings for good $350 to $380, depending on what size you need. So it's an incredible value to get those for $199 with the gorgeous peridot. So wanted to remind you, plus I'm going to recap the tanzanite ring because we have the 728 here for you. Yes, go ahead, Tim. Who was that? Venus. Oh, from, let me guess, Texas? Oh gosh, let's test my memory here. Was she in Texas? No, Washington. Darn it. I remember when she started shopping with us not that long ago, right? I feel like she was new in the last maybe month or so. Yeah, right. Oh, good. And I feel like maybe the first purchase she made was a tanzanite ring. So I have a feeling she just got the match in the earrings. Well, thank you, Venus, so much. I appreciate you watching and shopping tonight. From Washington, we'll have the earrings right out to you. And then here is the tanzanite ring that if you don't have one yet, or you want to add a 7-carat, or you want to get a cushion cut, and you want museum reserve, there's the 728 for you. And keep calling on tanzanite earrings, peridot earrings, the Tahitian pearl pendant, all these great designs that have been here tonight. It's been quite the show. But this is the 728, Blue Wing Block D, cushion cut. This is the traditional cushion cutting, by the way, not the square, but the more rectangular version. It's in a variety of our signature mounting with a carat 58 and finished on the interior. You can have any gold you want. Any gold at all, white, yellow, rose, you decide. How about we size it for you? No problem there. And we're going to make it a deal because remember, already had to really do a number on that price tag from the $99.99 that it should have been, because that's kind of where museum reserves hang out as a minimum. Then they tend to go even higher than that when they get larger. Here's what we're going to offer to you tonight. And if you have any last minute requests in the show, we are down to about 6.5 minutes. So if there's anything you want to check on, or more importantly, even see again before we run out of airtime, please let me know what that might be so we can bring it out for you, try it on again. And like I said, that's always the best way. If you're sitting on the fence, not sure about something, at least see it one more time, and then I think the decision will be easy. But this is going to be a piece that is under $5,000, which is that half off discount. And we love seeing that, but we're going to make it a whole lot better for you. And we only have just this one. We do also have the aqua, by the way, the 3-carat, well, $291 aqua still here for $13.99. But I want to make sure you get a chance to pick this up. And it is $3,499, one of the big must-have tanzanites. And we'll show it on the hand again. And then we'll see who's got it, because that's got to go before the night is over. And we're down to less than 6 minutes now remaining in the broadcast. Here's what it looks like on the hand. And oh, the red flashes coming through on this piece. Amazing. That's why it's why we put it aside from the very beginning as museum reserve. The museum's got to have the good stuff too, right? We can't just hog it all, but guess what we are. Yes. I didn't see any. Let's bring the pearl here up close. Yes. Who was asking for this? Hi, Don. So let's show this to you. Let me show you. Let's see, and I'm going to show you all the sides here as well. This was 112-0074. We're going to walk around and see if we can find, oh boy, I can't hold it from that direction. It's too slippery. But look at this. I did not see anything. I know it's a little reflective here of the diamonds, as I was pointing out earlier. I do not see a blemish in that pearl, and I'm very up close intentionally here. Let me show you the side profile. Then we'll show you that's the base of the pearl pendant. Then we're going to show you the other side profile and then the top. I do not, and we are very up close on it. I'm seeing definitely, I mentioned this earlier, how it's a mirror-like finish where it's reflecting the diamonds. And then I'll go ahead and show it on the hand again, and then we'll show it on the neckline again, because remember, it's a quite sizable piece here, and it's beautifully finished in the 18-karat gold. That's what it looks like against the hand. I'm going to remind you of the length that it has. I love this one. I just think that, you know, certain pieces look expensive. This is definitely one of them, and it is sold. Congratulations. And we'll show it one more time on the neckline just in case you want to see it that way. That's what it looks like again from a distance away. So congratulations. That one's gone. And you know what, Tony, we'll go back to the close-up because I want to bring the tanzanite back out for you as well. And here it is, because that's one of our few pieces left remaining tonight with 4 minutes remaining. Thank you on the Tahitian pearl piece. Keep calling on the peridot earrings, the tanzanite earrings, and yes, by all means, the tanzanite ring right there, the 728 beauty. And then anything else we can show you or find for you or bring out really quickly. before, again, we don't return to our full viewership in television across the nation until Saturday and Sunday. And again, big Sunday premiere with those unheated zoisites for you. 4 pieces. They're stunning. I promise you I'm going to make them affordable as well. And truly something, I don't know of any other place you can find them on the planet, so I'm really excited about those. And then a lot more. You know how we roll on the weekends. It's always exciting, so we hope you'll join us. But this is the one to get at $34.99. And let me know if there's anything else we can pop in there for another look before we go. But that is a big moment for our Tanzanite lovers. And again, any questions you have, listen, we've had a lot of jewelry. We've had a lot of big values. We've had everything from $199 all the way on up. If there's anything you can't stop thinking about, here's my advice. We have literally 3 minutes left in the broadcast. We have 3 minutes left of airtime. Most pieces are gone, but you want to check with your operators on final quantities, because if there is something you are thinking about now, my rule is 15 minutes. It's the rule that never has failed me, ever. I literally sometimes, if I find myself on the fence about something, I will do something else. And if 15 minutes go by and I'm still thinking about it, that's my telltale sign you gotta have it, because everything else will just fall away. Everything else you'll forget about. That means it was never meant to be. You didn't really want it in the first place. But if you can't stop thinking about it, by now it's probably been 15 minutes since you saw that piece that you're still thinking about. So if that's the case, you call in the next 2 minutes and 20 seconds and you get it. So it is 222. What's left of it? So again, last call. I won't see you guys tomorrow because I'm off on Fridays, but it's also a significant day. So I won't see you guys tomorrow, but I'll see you on Saturday and Sunday. And of course, but we do have jewelry tomorrow with Joyce. So make sure you join her. It's online, TVON.com, Facebook, YouTube. You can join us at 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern. She's got 3 hours with you. Be sure and join her for that. Always amazing jewelry. And then we'll rendezvous all together online and everywhere else, on television and beyond, on Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And don't forget, Sunday's that premiere. So it's a big weekend ahead. Hope you can join us, but this is really when we kick off the weekend, right? A good Thursday night is when we get your weekend kicked off, and so we love that. So we've got a final minute, 35 left. Give me a call if there's anything else we can help you with before we go. And my thanks to you for being here, as always. Appreciate you tuning in and joining us and sticking around with us and watching whenever you can. We appreciate you one and all, and especially a big thank you and shout out to everyone shopping tonight here throughout this show. If you did, it's time to give yourself a big old pat on the back and hug. Maybe a little kiss too, because this was the day for value. So congratulations. If you picked up anything in the show, you still can. If you call in the next minute, we'll be here for a few minutes after we go off the air as well to help you out. Any questions, any orders you want to place, get them now before somebody else takes your jewelry. We don't want that to happen. So make sure you take advantage, because trust me, the values that have happened in this last 3 hours cannot be topped. So make sure you get what you love. And Rita, call us. Rita, just email me. Call me, Rita. Yes, call me. You got moments left. Our phone lines don't stay on for that long either on these weeknights, because, you know, it's later. So make sure you call us. We got 35 seconds left for airtime. We'll take your phone calls now. We'll take them for the next few minutes after we go off the air. Remember, we may disappear off TV. We're not going anywhere. We're all still here. And we'll take all your phone calls. So Rita, call me. Anybody else, call me. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll hop on the phone lines and talk to you personally if you got any questions for me. But this is the time to pick up anything you've seen today. Do not let the values pass you by. It's been that kind of night where, trust me, the values don't get any better. So thank you again, one and all, for being with us, for watching, for shopping. We hope you have a great rest of your evening and a great Friday. Join Joyce tomorrow night. I'll see you on the weekend. And thank you so much. I'm Lauren Blair from all of us at TVON. Good night.